Welcome y'all to the Bunk Boogie, the grooviest bunk show. Starring has been brought to you by Shaking Down Beats in the chat family. One love, hippies, here we go. Now you hanging with hippies at the bunk. Grooviest campfire, we give you what you want. Come sit a spell and we can chop it up. I stay in the chat giving you one love. This groove fits me so well, we tight like a glove. Dangerous minds like having OJ as a plug. I be listening in like I got the place bug. Can't help but smile, you're killing my mean mug. We be laughing and crying and giving away free hugs. Hippie is my brother, the chat is my family. It's so groovy, it's so bunk. It's hip hop mixed with a little bit of funk. So share your story, tell us how you been. With you at the campfire, you can't help but make a friend. My brother Nacho, we look like next to kin. And everywhere I go, I'm claiming thick skin. This family is deep, something that started back when we all just wanted to make things great again. It's now we hanging with hippies at the bunk. Grooviest campfire, we give you what you want with. Now we hanging with hippies at the bunk. Grooviest campfire, we give you what you want. Come sit a spell and we can chop it up. I stay in the chat giving you one love. Now you hanging with hippies at the bunk. Grooviest campfire, we give you what you want. Talk about what you talk about when you with your friends. You chose in sneak, we let you in. You can't go Starbusters cause we got a 6 cents. And the bunkest boogie is about to commence with a marshmallows get crispy, the chocolate starts to drip. It's grown folks talk, so we take a little nip. Just another channel where you might get flipped. We do some soul searching, we sinking battleships. It's a revival of spirits that only love can fix. Hippies, I got your back, so say I got your six. It's Grooviest campfire where we pop that trunk. The speaker starts to bump. That straight dog, welcome to the bunk boogie. If you're not family, then you probably should be. If you don't know by now, I'm down with hippies. And the rodeo troll still gets up with me. Shout out to Izzo. If you ever need me, hit me. Kylie, thank you for always sticking in with me.
And
it's campfire time, y'all.
So if anybody would like to try that out, that'd be amazing. Open this up, but before we get into it, that's from That Dog Straight over there on YouTube. That Dog Straight, my brother, right? That's my man. Before we get into it, copyright disclaimer: anything that's shown, talked about, whatever, all fair use, stuff like that. You know, for the YouTube jazz. Let me see. I'm gonna switch accounts and make sure this is going on the other one. And let's see. Yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah, I'm live. Yeah, they are.
Whether you're a local artist composing your own music or a massive studio filming the next blockbuster, all creators should understand how copyright, public domain, and fair use affect their work.
Alright.
Although these legal...
Let's see. I hope it's working over here. I just added the stream key and all that from the other YouTube, the main YouTube channel, to this account. So let's see. Switching over. And let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, let's see. Foxhole allow. New missed call. Let's see. Did I add a missed call? Yo, I think that was Luciano. Luciano, if that's you, man, you want to try back, you can. I guess I didn't realize I had to have that exact page open. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was you. You can call back. It's that page is open now. It should be ringing. My bad. Let's see. Still, everybody on Foxhole, man, new channel, only streamed there a couple times. We got that hurricane that happened, so at first we didn't know where it was going, so we spent a couple days kind of doing that thing. Everybody from the YouTube or the community over there, we got hit with Laura and Delta direct pass, and so we were just, yo, what's up, Luciano? Can you hear
Call
me?
from.
Yo, yeah, I'm trying to get back.
To accept, press 1.
Okay,
To send a
press
voicemail.
Okay. Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up, hippies?
Doing alright? You doing alright?
Yep, doing alright.
Yeah.
Feeling a little burned out from work, but it happens.
Are you working right now? Or you just took a break?
No. No, I'm not working right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, though they did almost schedule me for this day. Funny enough.
Right. Hey, what what channel did you notice that popped up?
Both actually.
Oh, it's okay, cool. So it is working over there. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, yo, what up, Steve? What up, Alex Bleepin Jones? All right, cool. And see, I don't understand why that chat is supposed to be coming up on the bruh, I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out, man. So what's up, everybody? What's up, Luciano? What you been up to?
Not much, because I'm looking forward to my birthday, but this is actually the first time, because my birthday's in less than a month away, funny enough, but at the same time, this is one of those times I'm not too emotionally attached to my birthday. I don't know if it's just maturing and growing up, or maybe the fact that I think birthdays are an outdated concept.
Right. What, you're gonna be 21?
No, 20.
20. That's gonna be awesome. What do you got in mind? Where are you gonna go? You know how I'm not too caught up on celebrating my birthday this year because of that. I can't even answer that one. I already thought of a place, but I'm gonna be indifferent about it. Like, if we don't end up going, I'm not gonna make a scene. I'll just accept it and move on. Right. What do you have in mind? Like, what would you like?
There's this place called Main Event in Austin.
Yeah.
It's like an arcade, bowling alley.
Yo, I think do they serve like cider there?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, I went there. I was actually there last Halloween. They threw this Halloween party, and there was like the only beer they had was like a blackberry cider, an apple cider. So I guess they make. There was this. I don't know if it's the same place, but it's like on the river little part thing in Austin, like the river walk maybe, and it had like this big old keg on top, and it was just full of arcade games. Is that the same place maybe?
Yeah. Probably. Now this is like McNeil.
Yeah, I think it was kind of new. I think it was really new when we went. Last year. I think it might have had been open for a few months maybe. It was something previous, and I think now it's like a cider distillery or something. It might be a different one.
Something along those lines, yeah.
It was fun though, man. It was cool to see all those arcade games.
I already got a birthday
machines.
I already got an early birthday gift, but I got an infographic from Home Depot.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I'm an infographic book. Gosh, I don't even know how many are in this 1, 2, 3 series. This one has animated pictures, cartoon pictures, if you will, instead of real life pictures. But don't get me wrong. It captured my attention nonetheless.
That's cool, man.
Of course, the book is not aimed at kids, since what kid is going to try to attempt any of those DIY projects themselves. But
yeah.
But the cartoon graphics kind of are cool and give it a more visually stunning look and appeal to it, rather than those boring infographics, those cookie cutter infographics you'll see in public libraries.
Right.
So, and you know what's funny? And there's this point I want to make, and this kind of overlaps with this. So, I told my grandma that one of the few things I would like for my birthday are automotive service ramps. And she was kind of impressed, or should I say, amazed, more so than impressed about my choice of gifts this year. Like, I went from being a hedonistic, washy-washy consumer to someone who actually, who's interested in things like homesteading, DIY, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Right, for sure.
Being part of coming of age is realizing what your true potential is.
No, it's gonna be great. You're you're learning a lot of things that other people aren't. It's pretty cool.
And this is my advice to right now the youth that's coming of age. Get obsessed about what you truly want to learn. Anything. Be so obsessed about it that you even annoy your peers. The reason I say this is because once you get older, your brain's learning curve gets worse. And don't get me wrong, you can learn anything at any age, but when you're still young, the brain is more flexible. Like, I'll give you an example. You want to learn, let's say, pottery, because I used to do that a lot in school too. I don't really do it now at the moment. I will consider getting back into it, like glazing, ceramic stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, then, get obsessed with it. Get so attached to it that you actually want to go to a pottery shop so bad, like a workshop class. Or let's say you want to do woodworking so bad. Get obsessed with it. Invest into the topic at first hand as much as possible. Buy the tools and supplies. Rent a workshop or go to those shared workshops that they do for classes.
Have you checked any of those out?
Well, I've done pottery in school. Woodworking, I guess the closest there would be when I was building like those stage platforms for theater class in my school.
Right.
I learned how to use a circular saw. I learned how to use a power drill. What else? I learned how to use I think they had us using levels too. So many gadgets I have to play with, but that's like my advice to the youth that's coming of age right now. Like, get obsessed about anything. Make it your main. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get too obsessed with it that you develop an unhealthy drive, but get obsessed with it to the point where you want to learn the most out of it. Do you see what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, the individual interests are what they are. You have a particular interest, and nobody's going to invest into your interests all the way through because nobody knows what it's like to have your level of passion.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it could be anything. Let's say you're obsessed with, I don't know, making music. Well, buy what kind of music do you like, and buy the instruments, and watch as many YouTube videos on the topic and talk about it every now and then, so that your brain can get accustomed to the practice of making music. So it could be anything. You like I don't know, you like painting cars. Well, get some exposure therapy. Go to an actual car restoration shop or like a body shop.
My really good friend Zach, he just got some stuff in. It's like a powder and paint. He's gonna try to do his motorcycle. It's like an emerald in a purple chameleon. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the reason I say that is because this generation is like the most trend obsessed in a while. There's no burning. Well, you know what this generation lacks? I call it burning passion, and that's what they lack: burning passion. Or serious passion. Like, I don't even know.
I could see with us just consuming so much information so quick. I could see how that can even happen.
Yeah, but I say, but consuming so much information and consuming so much just garbage, like not just information, but like just hedonistic stuff. Like, it can be anything from porn to social media. Sorry for saying that word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Video games. You know, we live in hedonistic times, and nobody's actually discovering their true selves because they're all washed up in so much media and hedonistic garbage.
Right. I agree. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. No, I appreciate my forefathers. And when I say forefathers, my grandfather and my dad for, you know, disciplining me this attitude of DIY stuff. I mean, who would have thought?
Right.
So there you go. Like, you know, get passionate about something. People, like, your time on this earth is so limited. And also, when you're passionate about something, it makes it easier for you to develop more technical skills, and makes it easier for you to actually find a career that corresponds to your ideals in the workplace.
Right. No, it definitely. If you work with something that you're passionate about, the days do go by quick, and it's almost you know, every day is a good day because you're having fun because it's what you enjoy, for sure.
Yep.
Yo, what's up, Solar V?
Gotta spark that creativity in you.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. As for the motorcycle project you brought up, I hope to him all the way good luck through and through.
I think it's gonna be cool, man. I think it's gonna be successful. I know he.
What color is it again?
He's got like a I don't know, a crotch rocket, and he's already tried painting it one time, but it was with a cheaper product. But this time, like, he's gonna do it the right way, and so hopefully it comes out. I think it's like some flake in black or something that makes those. I'm not quite sure, but you know, it's a small surface area, so I think it's gonna cost him like $80 to do the whole chameleon paint job if he does it himself. You know, so. I don't know. I think it'll be successful.
Yep. But I think when you make your generation more gullible, and you take that creative thinking out of them, it makes it easier for people to also be more dependent on the government and the entire bureaucratic system, if you will.
Right.
So that's why they're trying to manufacture all these mindless drones, you know, so that the population can be more easily controlled and manipulated.
Oh, for sure.
And COVID reinforces this so much. A great example. I see so many people wearing masks in public bathrooms or restrooms, to be more precise.
License. It's on the screen. But look, I'm trying out Zoom. Everybody in the chat, if y'all want to hop on. I'm trying out Zoom for the first time, and if anybody wants to hop on that way, and maybe we could find out if Luciano, who called in, can hear, because we found out last time it wouldn't work with StreamYard, so I want to try Zoom, and I'm working on some art and listening. We're talking about anything and everything. They got people at the Foxhole, people on. I got both YouTube channels working, so that's cool. I'm trying to learn all this. It's difficult for me, man. You know.
Can this phone number take images?
I don't know. It's just like it's a Google Voice number, and so.
Do you have a personal phone number that you wouldn't mind sharing?
It's not my personal phone number, but I've been knowing you forever. I'll give you my number, man.
Alright. Because I wanted to show you the bathroom the bathroom organizer tray that I was working on a while back.
All right.
And I mean, I'll show the results. Give me the feedback. Is the work went alright or not? I mean, I'll take any feedback. I mean, because if you're being brutally honest, at least it lets me know what to work on. So it's not like I'm gonna be offended about it.
Yeah. No, it would only be out of love, man. It'd only just be like helping you understand or learn something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, you still got that shirt, man.
Oh yeah, in fact, I was wearing it a week ago. The shirt I won in the contest.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about it, but nope, I wore it. I mean, of course, nobody saw because I was wearing a vest at work.
Sure.
But yeah, I noticed. I wore it again, and man, it feels.
Still there,
It just
huh?
feels so different. That shirt feels so awesome to wear. Not because just for the message, but even the material in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I was thinking about making some more. I still got a handful of them left. I feel like I owe a couple people some, but that's cool,
Okay.
man.
As for the other phone number, is it gonna be on screen?
Yeah, well, if you want to put it on screen, you can email it to me, and then I can put it on screen that way.
Okay.
That'd probably be the easiest way, because I would just have to email it to myself, you know.
Okay, my bare phone, my own bare phone number. Okay, see.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, there it is. I already typed it in the chat.
Alright.
Yeah. About the mask thing.
Yo, what up, Point 5 from Toronto? Yeah, tell me about the mask thing, man.
Like, I see so many people wearing masks in the public restrooms or bathrooms. I know some people like to say, still use the word bathroom, you know, bathroom's more for personal space, but to each of its own. Anyway, so I see all these people wearing masks. But it's funny, they still, like, you would think with COVID being this outrageous pandemic, as they all like to make it seem to be, okay, why is nobody practicing better hygiene habits? Like, you still have your typical people going into restrooms, and they still get all this about even washing their hands for a minute. Like, bro, just fucking wash your hands. It's not that hard. Yeah, I get it. The thing, like, take me, even I, as a, I guess, someone who's OCD about washing his hands, has gotten to that point where it just feels too routine that I've kind of toned it down a bit. But I get it. It can feel too very routine and it can get annoying washing your hands every now and then. I get it, but damn, people. But at the same time, I'm sorry. You're full of shit. You're making me wear a mask that I don't want to wear, all because of your insecurity about this pandemic.
Right.
So, but where's the consistency? Where's the logic? I don't get it.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And then people littering the masks everywhere, even in indoor spaces. I don't know what's going through their minds. I don't know.
You know, I've always been like, if it's such a big deal, why is it okay we just have hazmat, you know, material all littering everything? Like, everywhere you go, you see a mask on the ground and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
the same people being lazy about washing their hands, throwing the mask around. Oh, but somehow the vaccine is this magic cure for all of COVID. Maybe, how about people actually start washing their hands properly? No, you do not have to put, contrary to what some people will say, no, you do not have to put so much soap, okay? Like, even I know this rule of thumb. Typically, it's not about how much soap you use, it's about the scrubbing action that matters. You know, get about 2 or 3 small pumps. You get one hand wet and the other one just keep it soaked. And scrub as much as you can, or at least 30 seconds. It does not have to be a full minute.
Right.
And rinse it off very well and truly. That's it. And if you really want to scrub with a more precise timing, you can sing the Happy Birthday song. You know, the Happy Birthday song, good old Happy Birthday song. This isn't just something that I got self-taught. No, they teach it to you all the time in school.
Right.
So.
License says we're
not
lagging
that hard.
hard. And what up, Solavi? No, we got pretty lucky during Hurricane Ida, thank God. It kept moving to the east, so we got pretty lucky with that, you know. License says we're lagging. I wonder if it's the Zoom that's making it lag. Sorry about that, License. Let's see. I might could turn off some other little gadgets and get some of that bandwidth. But no, I agree, man. People do need to wash their hands, huh?
Yeah, don't overdo it, of course, because you still need to maintain some good bacteria. But at the same time, like, if you're gonna pretend that this pandemic is the biggest health crisis of recent times, it's like people. It's like I keep bringing up. It's like suddenly all of a sudden, people have forgotten about other major diseases that still impact the U.S. like crucially. whether it be heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes. Nope, all those diseases went out of the fucking window. And so much so, we're doing and taking so much action and initiative about this pandemic, but yet, what's taking so long to take action and initiative amongst other diseases? I don't know. Maybe Big Pharma will be the one to talk to you about that, right?
Right. They say it's lagging. Okay, Willpower says it worked for him. I paused the campfire instead of having the fire burning in the background. Maybe you just have that image. But for everybody that's just swinging in, stopping by.
Even it's even lagging for me. That's weird.
Is it
not
really?
Not the phone, but the video. Yeah.
Yeah. But the volume, the words aren't. It's just the image.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. Well, yeah. So I'm trying out Zoom. Everybody that's just joining us on all the platforms. I'm trying out Zoom for the first time, and the Zoom ID is up on the screen. I thought I posted the link. Let me see if I can post the link where you could just join in a web browser. I'd like to see if it works with Luciano on the phone. But anybody could call in, just talk about whatever, anything, everything. Hey, so what's up? What's the latest info on the Afghan thing? What do you think about everything that's going on?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say supposedly Joe Biden made up some of the numbers so that they could just cut some of the, what's it called? I forgot the particular term I was gonna use, but let's just say supposedly some of the stats were faked by the president, so that they could kind of like call it like declare it as an end.
Yeah,
basically.
It came out like he was lying to the Afghan president before it all went down, a few months prior to, saying that he needed to lie and things like this and make it portray like it's better than what it is, and that he would provide like air support and all this and that, and then
and he already made it clear that he does not give a shit about the soldiers dying, so we already know where this is going.
Right.
She's immediately using the soldiers as cattle. That's just sad. But, of course, the veterans are not looked after in this country anyways by the government.
Yeah, for sure.
I am too surprised.
I think someone else just tried calling. Why is this not working? I think a 310 number just tried calling. If so, if you want to try to call back, maybe I can merge y'all or something like this. I'd like to still try to figure all this out. Yeah, it's a shame, man, because they're not going to impeach him, they're not going to be straight up, and that's the bullshit. Like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and I think that's what makes, so many people mad. It's obvious that, it's one-sided system we're in, media, entertainment, and all that. Salavi says, did you cut your hair? I still have I have, a dread mullet happening. It is starting to get super heavy for my neck. My neck's kind of messed up, and so when I washed my hair and stuff, it was so heavy. But I didn't want to let it all go, so I got a dread mullet going on. Yeah. Nah,
I was just giggling, but yeah, man.
Look, Wanda, check this out. Wanda says a juvenile bald eagle was on a live stream, and it ate a disposable mat. After one of the parents carried it out of the nest. That's disgusting.
Also to the people saying that COVID was good for the environment, no. The production numbers of many materials is surpassing that of what it's actually allowed to. Including things such as masks, respirators, gloves. Yeah, so good for the environment, and not to mention an article from when the pandemic just started, or the fake-demic, if you want to be real. But anyways, there's this article that goes back to a year ago, as early as April 26, 2020, and how they're burning all the masks, gloves, respirators, and what's it called? Incurators? Those burning machines they use in industrial facilities.
Right. I was reading Alex Jones. His comment said he doesn't want him impeached because he knows what's coming behind that. And I don't know if you saw that Republican somewhere out of like Virginia or South Carolina or something like this, and he's demanding that Biden gets impeached over Afghanistan. And you know, I kind of thought the same thing. I was bleeping Jones. I don't want Kamala Harris at all. Like, don't want that at all.
No, hell no.
That's all she does, bruh. And the whole time she's like got the wiggles. It's like, come on, chick, put the dope down. Shit, you know.
Incinerator, yeah, an incinerator. There we go. That's what they've been using the whole time.
Right.
Yeah, so good for the environment, bro. Let's just admit it. I can't believe I said the word, bro.
It's all good, man.
But I'm a jungin, you know. I gotta sometimes
hey,
vibe.
I say bro all the time, man. It's all good.
Right. I try so hard to keep it professional, but anyways, like, it's all another distraction for the elite establishment to keep gaining themselves up. That's all I keep saying. Look, establishment and the elites do not give a shit if you're a Republican or Democrat, about your gender, your race. Hell, they don't even give a shit about your income. Let's be frank here.
Right. They definitely don't care about that.
None of that. Like, being an elite is one of the top biggest social privileges you can be granted. Like, if you're part of the elite establishment, you can get away with just about anything. Like, you can even get away with fucking murder, for crying out loud.
For sure.
They don't matter if you're black, white, Republican, Democrat, or male or female. They don't care about none of that. They wage this fake identity war on us as a population so that we could vote against our interests. Simple as that.
Yeah, I believe it started out, years ago as a class issue, and then they came in because that was really gaining traction. And like before the Great Depression,
they turned it all into an ideological war.
Yes, a psychological war, man. Yeah.
Psychological. I actually said ideological, but yeah, I can agree with that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like psychological warfare.
Yeah, psychological warfare at its finest.
Yep. Like, and supposedly 9/11 and COVID have been the biggest threats to the Homeland Security Department. Coincidence?
They're comparing COVID with 9/11?
Yep.
Wow, man. Huh?
Disgrace.
Ain't nothing. What's coming now, though, bruh? I think there's gonna be some 9/11 style events happening soon. Unfortunately.
Yeah, heck, Netflix is already making it like a documentary about Afghanistan, or like, wow, calling me shocked. Just weeks ahead of this.
Let's see. I'm trying to now. I think I have a URL link. I want to see if this works like the StreamYards, if anybody out there's.
They call it Turning Point 9/11 and the War on Terror. There we go.
It's a shame, bro, because it's nothing like 9/11, man. It's what I find crazy. I just don't understand how this is happening. Is all this information's coming out, and it's saying like the some of the solutions don't work and things like this, and that they still continue to receive it. Like, when are people, or if you got it, you don't have to wear a mask, or now wear a mask because you it's like all this how can anyone still be receiving the vax, man? That's what I don't understand.
Neither do I.
I would never. I'm never gonna take that thing, man.
Neither am I. I mean, shoot, if I have to get at least one jab just to keep my job in the line, okay, fine. But that's it. Otherwise, I'll quit my job if I have to. Fuck it. Well, I'm not gonna.
As of right now, I don't know, man. I think if enough people right now say, fuck it, we'll quit, instead of give in right now, then they're gonna have a harder fight ahead. But if enough people, you know, I understand, bro. Like I got people close to me who are anesthesiologists or whatever, and they have to, right? Or you're not working no more. So all that college education, your house, you know, it's like it's a damned situation. I feel sorry.
I remember that's a Nazi tactic. They outcasted people who didn't get vaccinated in their concentration camps.
Right.
Remember that? Looks like the tactics have been recycled. So much so for hating the Nazis. Put a load of
Yo,
crap.
what up, Nacho? What up, Steve? What up, everybody?
I mean, it's not a coincidence. When Bill Gates is going around immunizing African kids, can you be surprised that they're using all the tactics on us? No.
I mean, I thought he was getting sued, you know, in some of them states, man. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him, though, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's a shame. It's a shame. Nothing happened to any of these guys, man.
I don't even understand the general population's obsession with that guy. Why? Because he just founded Microsoft? The guy didn't even find Microsoft by himself, though.
Right.
He just, he didn't start the company from scratch. He just, what he did, basically, you could, if you want to simplify it, he co-founded the company. Or, if you want to get more precise and specific, what he did was, kickstart the company, not found it.
Right. It's like Elon Musk, bruh. You know, society builds these people up, and then when the truth comes out, we don't want to believe it. That's the problem. We don't want to believe it, man.
But that's also why, look, I don't believe it's a class where someone's so aware of
Wanda
being part of
says
the
what you do is you refuse the jab and you let them fire you. That way you can file unemployment. Don't quit.
There
Let
you
them
go.
fire you for refusal of the jab. And then you can still pay your bills. Good looking
There
out.
you
Yo,
go.
what up, Raymond 11? Hope all's well, brother.
There you go, good idea.
Yeah.
But at the same time, look, there's the simpletons be complaining that these so-called elite celebrities, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, that they're only getting more corrupted over time, but yet they still look down to them. I mean, up to them and act like they're the greatest.
Well, they're
forefathers of our time.
philanthropists. They are great. They're saving the world from all its turmoil.
Right.
They're the messiahs. Yeah, I don't know why.
But I don't get people's cognitive dissonance anymore. Bitch, that these celebrities are getting special treatments, this and the third. Yeah, at the same time, you're leveraging them by giving them so much recognition. I don't know. It's because people project. If people project what they hate, that's what I say, anyways.
I agree. Hey, look, a 310 number tried calling again. They tried calling a few. I'm gonna try to merge the call, but if it hangs up, I'll call you back or whatever.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Can it call? Why is it not ringing? It should be ringing. Or maybe it can only be one person on at a time. Hey, but maybe is there anything else you want to say? We'll see what they got to say. Then you could call back or something.
Yeah, I guess I'll give the other callers a chance. Don't want to make it all about me, so.
We'll call back after they hang up and no one else is up on there. Call back.
All right, definitely, yeah.
All right.
I'm a humble guy.
All right, and I'm gonna look at my email for them pictures.
All right. Well, I sent the phone number in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you use that direct to that phone number, and give me a text message for reference. So I know that's you.
I think I messaged you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Or the number you called in with.
The number I've called
Yeah.
in with is
Yeah.
73.
Yeah, don't say it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I texted you. You got it? Look, hey, the 310 number, just try calling again. Call me back back in a bit.
I'll get off the line.
Alright.
I'll go ahead and get off the line.
Alright. Later. Yo, 310, you could call back if you want. What? This is what I'm trying to figure out. Why is this not working? See. Let's see. 1249, 1250. I'll call back. I call back 3. Let's see.
Yo. Am I on?
You're on.
Alright, cool, dude.
My bad, what's up?
First off, where are you located? I forget.
Me?
Yeah.
In Louisiana.
Alright, cool. I'd
Yeah.
love to go there one day.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Anyway, what are we talking about tonight? Because
Whatever you want, man.
The stream was kind of lagging on me, but I got it working now.
Oh, right on. Yeah, man, whatever. Anything and everything, man.
Alright, we'll just say this. Start off with this. Let's talk about the jibs. You know what I mean? They, oh, it's too loud. My buddies, one of my dad's best friends got the job, and then a few days later, or should we say next week, I'm hanging out with his son, which I'm best friends with his son too, and they were complaining to him about getting the shot, and I'm like, dude, like, a lot of my good friends got it, but I don't hang out with them no more. I will go, occasionally out to eat with them or something, but I do not hang out with them the way that I used to, because I do not like to see what happens getting sick from the jabbed people. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, long story short, his dad heard what I said to him, and now he won't come over and hang out with my dad like he used to, almost like every other day, and play darts and everything.
Yeah, I kind of something like that over here too, man. So I could totally relate to that. Some people get offended by that, which I guess I understand. But at the same time, if you're the type that will get offended, don't be the one demanding other people's to get it.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to warn everybody, and a lot of people I warned still got it, man. And at the same time, those friends that I said that are my good friends that got it, I have barely been in contact with them, and I really don't know how they're doing right now. And I would like to know, but they really don't want to reply, or are offended as well. I don't know.
You think they feel some type of way, like they got it and you didn't? Like, do you think that's the case? I mean, I know some people are just happy to get it and they're all about it, but then I feel like there's some people that are almost ashamed, which it shouldn't be like that.
Ashamed of getting it or not getting it?
I think maybe like buyer's remorse sometimes, man.
Well, one of the dudes, or should I say this, 2 out of 5 people I was talking about are healthcare workers.
Right.
So
I don't know. The other dude's mom works at the hospital the past 25 years. And I don't know if she was convinced. I don't know if they gave her the saline or the real deal. I don't know. But they're all doing pretty good. So I don't know if they just got the secret shot or the real deal. I really don't know.
I know, I kind of wondered that too. I mean, do you think there's more than one?
More than one what?
Like, you think there's, like, the people that work in government get, like you said, the secret one, and then they got the ones they're given to the Goyim?
Oh yeah, I believe there's at least 3. The real one, the saline, which would just be a normal IV, saline IV, and then there would be the actual thing that cures or fixes it. So I believe there's 3 at least. And with all these lot numbers and everything on the shots, or when you get your vaccine card.
Right.
So it's a huge experiment. It's a whole experiment, dude.
Yeah, it's gnarly, man.
And I don't know why you don't got more people on here, man. What's going on?
I don't know. I used to stream a lot, like, months ago, and then I just started another channel, and so on the other channel, I want to review, like, entertainment. Like, the last decade, I have not really cared about anything mainstream, or football, any of this stuff, and now I just see all the propaganda and agendas. So I have this dream of having, like, a truther call-in show to a...
I'm on the same page, dude.
Yeah.
I've been out of the game for a while, dude, and I want to get back in it, just with, like, all the computer, like, souping up the computers and everything. I've been out of the game for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel kind of stupid now. Maybe that's what you're feeling.
I'm a craftsman by trade, 3rd generation. So the last thing, all this computer and technology stuff, it's a struggle, man. It's hard for me, yeah.
Yeah, shit. Sorry.
Are you good?
I'm dealing with that too, dude. I gotta get back in the game, get all my stuff together. I'm thinking of doing what you're doing, actually, pretty soon.
It's fun, It does take some things behind camera that I didn't really expect at first, but like, I'm trying to do a little entry video, and that's what I'm working on this iPad here. It's fun though, man. It's the people, it's the community that's absolutely amazing, bro.
Exactly, man.
It's all like-minded folks.
Other than that, are you in the area of the big storm and everything?
So last year I was the Laura and Delta. We got hit head on, but this year it moved a little to the east. At the beginning, we thought it was coming here, so almost a week was frantic, but we got very lucky this time, very fortunate.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, I guess.
Let's talk about
it. They got fucking can I cuss or no?
If you want.
Alright, cool. Try not to, but
I hear you, it's all good.
Weather modification, dude. They're holding those storms down in that one area for longer than it's ever been recorded before for a storm staying in one location at one or those given days or whatever.
It was like to the date of Katrina. That was kind of weird, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
You got a point there, bud.
So,
anyway, I want to give one thing. Just say, I don't know when I found you. I think it was J66.
Oh, okay, yeah, right on, man.
I think that's when I found you, and I held on. I just got a new phone. I haven't been on for like 2 weeks, dude, on YouTube, or like 3 weeks.
Right.
So as soon as I got on, I saw you on. I'm like, I'll give this dude a follow.
Oh, awesome, man. I appreciate
He's pretty
it. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
how's that going? Have you been harassed?
No, not
Or
really.
that by the government?
Well, I found out I'm one of the few lucky members of the watch list, you know, and when I kind of found that out,
Lovely.
I got bummed, yeah, but, you know, because I never advocated for violence. If I said anything like that, it was out of, you know, satire or something, you know, just bullshitting around the campfire talk, right? But I never advocated for violence or harm. And now I'm on the watch list, man.
Oh,
That's
dude, you're
crazy.
chill, dude. If you were crazy, dude, I would be watching you, dude.
Yeah.
You're good.
Right. Yeah, it's you know, when you love this country and you love everything it's founded on, and the principles and the values, you know, liberty and freedom and justice for all, man. And then we all met there. We didn't do anything bad. And now we're homegrown
I know.
terrorists.
I was watching that all day. I took off work just to watch what was going down, man. And I was watching your stream mostly that one day.
Right on. Yeah, it was a fun day, man. It was so contrived. You know, there were signs all over the city that you could not park on the 5th and 6th at all. Every tree, bus stop, trash can. And, you know, we stayed at Crystal City or something like this. It was out of D.C. about 20 minutes. And when we pulled up that day by Uber and just saw all those buses, and they were all right there, it was like so obvious, bro, because the only transportation are these George Soros buses, you know.
I didn't even hear about that, dude. This is the first I heard about it.
Oh, yeah. I think at the beginning of the stream, you could see, I think it's still up. I might have put it on private, but at the Foxhole, it's over there at foxhole.app. And yeah, man, there was, you know, a good 4, 6 on that circle right in front of the Capitol. About 6 maybe each side, 4 on each side, for sure. Because, you know, remember Antifa was putting out these memos and stuff, you know, talking about transporting there, taking a week to 2 weeks, and like going to cities and picking people up and things like this. Like, all that documentation got out there, and then to see like, fine, absolutely no parking on the road for the 56, but just these buses, and then, you know, it's all out. You know, that was people dressed or trying to imitate the Trump supporters or things like this.
I know. I saw them, the ones under the tree, switching out their clothes, and they went to go harass or try to beat up that one guy videoing, that they're telling him don't video, and they're switching their clothes out to American flag clothes and Trump clothes.
Absolutely. It's a shame, man. And, you know, people like you and me, we got the rap for it, you know.
Hey, man, I'm kind of in trouble right now.
Yeah?
I have my rights taken away. And guess what I was, let's put it long story short, got my rights taken away for being too American.
Oh?
So, I don't want to get too much into it on here,
Sure.
but basically, I put together a few toys, got pulled over, then they found the toys. And, they didn't like it, and I got in big trouble, but thank God and my family that I am out, and I have double felony right now, but I'm out, and I'm trying to still stay as American as I can right now.
Yeah,
Stocking up on food and, you know, doing the deal, watching you guys, supporting you guys.
I think, you know,
next paycheck, dude, if you have anywhere to send, dude, I'll send you a few bucks.
Oh, right on. I mean, no
it's not
worries,
even-
man, you know.
Yeah.
I don't see why, because there's certain situations where I can see if you're making something and stuff like this, where it should be totally legal. Now, if there's like this evidence that you're gonna pull off the next Boston event or whatever, then maybe not, or whatever to the extent it is. But to build a, get you a lower and get you an upper and put something together, or even something, I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
I didn't even use it, dude. I got pulled over and they were fresh, dude. I was trying to take them to go get legalized.
That's a shame.
And it's like, and here's the problem. They were assembled, but if they were not, I would still get in trouble. Okay, let me finish. How the hell can I get them to go get legalized or put the numbers on them if I can't drive it to the place?
Right.
So it was a whole shit show, dude. Fuck that.
That's a shame, man.
Anyway, check this out too. When I was, and this is the thing that pissed me off, dude. And the whole ride there, I was half respectful, half very disrespectful on the way to jail. I said, what if I was a undocumented migrant or immigrant?
Sure.
And he says, well, I would have to let you go. How do you like that, dude?
Right.
He said, if you were undocumented, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm undocumented now. And didn't let me go. So there you go. Fucking hypocrisy, dude.
Yeah, man. It's a shame what we find the state is. It's ridiculous, man. Huh? That's pathetic,
Yeah.
bro.
Used to be in the hills and shoot guns, and every Sunday was gun day. And you'd hear everybody popping off rounds, and now I'm back in the city with my parents. Double felony, and gotta behave myself, and now every time a firework or something goes off, I think there's gunfire, and I don't have my fucking gun. So, there you go.
Yeah, I've always found it a shame. Yo, what's up? Watching trains go by, Ching Chong, Killer, everybody. What's up, everybody? Good to see everybody.
Hey,
Nice.
if you need me to go, dude, I could totally
you're
call you
good.
back next time.
No,
Alright, cool.
you're good. Nobody's called in. Nobody's on Zoom. I was just saying hi to everybody.
Oh yeah, and the Zoom thing, I'm trying to keep everything to the minimum on this new phone I got.
Sure.
But otherwise, I would have done that. That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I was using StreamYards, and you kind of drop a link. But now Zoom, instead of having to download anything, they have a link that you'll just open up a web browser. Supposedly, it's like StreamYards now. I don't know. I'm just trying it for the first time. I have no idea.
It's been working good. I don't know if they do live or whatever, but you'd probably know more than me. It was Odyssey. Odyssey works pretty good. I watched a few other dudes on there. Not gonna try to pump out anybody else's names.
Yeah,
But Odyssey's working pretty good. Rumble's working pretty good.
Huh.
So I don't know. Maybe try that, or try to double stream if you could do that.
Yeah, I just got on Foxhole about 2 weeks ago. I streamed a few things over there, and then just got caught up in that.
Oh, you told me you're still trying to figure everything out, huh?
I am.
Forgot.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of YouTube because that's where the community is, man. The only reason why I was able to
That's
travel
where
the
I'm at
country.
right now, bud.
Yeah.
I turned it down. I turned down the volume, but I got you on YouTube, man. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, you gotta grab them from YouTube and
That's
pull them somewhere else. That's where. Yeah.
I agree.
So, somebody I don't want to mention. I mean, he's awesome, but I don't want to.
I don't care. It's up to you, man. I don't care.
Salty Cracker.
All right.
On Odyssey, and he's one of the main dudes that they have on their commercials and stuff. Anyway, been doing really good on there, dude. He'll do his stream on YouTube, and then when he hits sensitive or is going to get into sensitive material, he'll say, please check me out on Rumble or Odyssey, and I'll be on there right after I'm done talking. So he'll do like a 10-20 minute thing, and then he'll hop on there for the next 2 hours.
Okay.
So maybe try to do something like that. Maybe that'd help you out.
Yeah,
Like-
because
like,
I talked to the
get it juicy, but don't let the juice out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then get them over to the other channel. Yeah.
I talked to the owner of the Foxhole, and you know that they got their own servers, man. And he said, you know, like their biggest Amazon is how he described them. And he said that, you know, it's total First Amendment, no copyright strikes, none of that jazz, you know. So yeah,
that's cool, dude. Hey, if you make it start happening, I'll go on there.
Yeah. I'll check out them other ones too, though. Odyssey and I do need to upload some stuff on Rumble. I made an account, but I ain't putting nothing up.
Yeah, Rumble worked really good today. It was my first day trying to use it and everything, and it was working pretty good.
Right on.
Odyssey's kind of iffy. Not that iffy, but it's that's a really good thing too. It's almost on par with YouTube.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So what's the supermarkets like where you stay at? Are they full?
All right, so check it out. I'm in the LA area.
Okay.
LA, where what? How? Shit, how can I say? What's the biggest port in the world? It's probably China or something. But we have the port down here with
Yeah,
the
that's like the
longshoremen
third
and
biggest
everything.
or
Cold.
second biggest in the world. Yeah.
LA
Right.
is the second biggest in the U.S. I think.
Okay.
I think that's right, at least. So anyway, we're down here. I haven't seen too much invasion from, you know, the south or anything, but I will say that stuff's getting a lot more ghettoer down here. A lot of people, we kind of live on a peninsula. Should I say? I don't want to say my city,
Yeah,
but
you don't have
we
to.
live kind of on a peninsula. I'll say this: 110 to the end. You know, find me.
now I understand why you got charged that. Now I get it. You know, where I live, that wouldn't have happened.
Hey, no, dude, I was living in the mountains, and I was
still
driving
California,
down.
right?
I was yes,
Yeah.
yes, but I was driving down in a highly populated area and got pulled over, and that's what started the whole thing.
Mm.
But I was living up in the mountains by myself with my dog for like 5 or 6 years.
Mm.
Now I'm down here at my parents' house trying to get
it back
shit
together.
back together.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were we just talking about before it tangented off?
I'm sorry, the ship channel, the what you call it? Shipping channel, shipyard.
Oh yeah. So this was happening during Trump too, but and I'll tangent back into the immigrants and everything. But anyway, there are ships sitting out here that have not moved in weeks or months because they're trying to, or I guess they were hoping Biden or somebody would change the frickin' tax stuff or something, but I guess it didn't happen. So they're sitting out there. So when they bring it in, they get max bucks, and they're just sitting out there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We have tons of ships out here. It's the most I've ever seen in my whole life. I'm about 30 years old.
So,
And those are the most ships, container ships out there I've ever seen. And my mother used to work for
sure.
the port, doing paperwork and everything, and my dad works down at the docks doing the containers and everything, and both of them have just been saying they're just stuck out there because of all this horse manure stuff happening, man.
I think, because they're saying like there's this shortage and all this stuff, and I think it could be fabricated, huh? By what you're saying, it's out there. They just don't want to bring it in.
It's sitting right there, dude. I can go take the picture for you if you want me to. I mean,
I hear you. No, I believe you, man. Yeah. It's a shame, because people are going to suffer, be it companies or, employees or whatever, and it's sitting right there.
And I'll just say it with this. I have been seeing more people of color.
Uh-huh.
Everybody has a fucking color, dude.
Of course.
But, yeah, I've been seeing a little influx of people down here. Simply letting people in. Nothing has been too bad.
Right.
But during all the riots, let me tell you, nobody came over here to loot. And everybody that tried left immediately because we're our own little community in a peninsula. And
y'all got it on lock.
We shout, yeah, no. Dude, even the gangbangers put out a tweet and put signs up. The gangbangers. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to promote nothing. But they said, you loot, we shoot. And no, we had nothing touched down here, dude. During the whole 2020, dude, man. Yeah. Nothing was touched.
Yeah, that's great. It's unfortunate it wasn't all like that.
Even the gangbangers were defending their city. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool, man. And when I was in jail, I actually met a few of them.
Yeah, they're not.
That was pretty cool.
They're not all that bad. Some are, obviously, but there might be a few good ones here and there.
I agree with that. There's a few, but not many.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, man, thank you for taking my call. I could keep talking, man. I could talk for another 2 hours if you want me to.
It's up to you, man. I don't see anybody else trying to hop on. I'm just over here drawing some stuff up.
Doing your thing, yeah.
Yeah, just hanging.
I'll talk, man. Make my night.
There you go. Yeah, I thought it was crazy.
What kind of beer you drink, bud?
What kind of beer? I don't know. I'm
IPA?
not really a beer drinker. I might drink a mixed drink sometimes, but
oh, you don't
what kind
drink
of beer
often?
you like?
No, I'm hooked on these two brands of beer, like hardcore. Maybe I can get a few people to go try some out.
It's a local thing, or
one is kind of one's Golden Road.
Mm-hmm.
That's in LA.
All right.
And I get the Wolf beers.
Yeah, I don't think
so there's a Passion Wolf Hazy IPA. There's the Wolf Pup IPA. There's the Wolf Among the Weeds IPA. And then the other one I like is, which you should probably know. You should probably have it over there. The New Belgium, you know the Fat Tire brand?
Yeah. That's the only one I've
So
seen.
the Voodoo Ranger. They have a whole bunch of these Voodoo Ranger beers, and those beers, oh my god, dude, those beers are my favorite, man.
Yeah, they got
I haven't found anything.
I forget what
For
it's
real?
called. Purple Haze Raspberry. It's like this. I think it's the same people that make that Voodoo Ranger, Beta or something, maybe. I might be off, but there's this.
No, I think you're off. It's the New
Okay.
Belgium from the Fat Tire Company.
Okay, okay,
The
never
Fat
mind.
Yeah.
Right on.
But anyway, this beer is badass. If you ever find any Voodoo Ranger, go ahead and pick some up, man.
Check it out.
Everyone is badass. I have not found one that I did not like. And I bought other beer the other day that was almost twice the money, and it wasn't even half as good.
That's that right there. Right on. I got it on the screen. Let's see. Voodoo Ranger.
I got you on the screen, but you're probably lagged a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's like
or-
15 seconds or something like this. I'll have to check that out. I'll show you the one I was talking about. Yeah, I do like to
I
try.
think I see it moving. Hold on a second. I think I see it going.
That's not what I'm trying to show.
I see something going on the screen, but
Yeah, this is what I was talking about.
is that it? Yep, there you go. The one on the... Well, I know it's lagged, but on the top left, the Voodoo Rain, it's like 9-point-something%.
Uh-huh.
Oh, not that one.
Yeah. This is that other
Not-
one I was telling you about.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
the Voodoo
No,
Ranger
that one's
right
awesome. I love that one.
there.
The other one is in the bottles only. The one that I buy normally is in the bottles. Oh, look at that. Is that herb?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now it's just changing.
Got herb action?
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm going.
Hey, I used to grow 60 pounds a year, dude.
Oh
up in the
yeah.
mountains.
I bet
And
that was
make my own
badass,
hash.
man.
And everything, and guess what, dude? F all the chemicals. The most chemical I'd ever use is like 99 point whatever alcohol. Other than that would be dry ice and water and regular ice. And dude, I could get shatter. Dude, I've made shatter. If you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
That, like a stained glass window in a church.
Yeah.
It would stay. It would stay solid in 110-degree weather in a canister.
Yeah, right on, huh?
Because I don't use butane or nothing like that, and I got that thing crystal clear. It has a tint on it, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
And perfect, dude. Minimum, dude. No equipment. I sold all my equipment. I had like $1,000 worth of equipment doing all this butane shit, and I sold it.
No doubt.
And I'm making shit better with a freaking mason jar and a freezer and some coffee filters, dude. Takes longer though. I'll admit that. Takes a little bit longer.
I bet it tastes better.
Oh, dude, it tastes amazing. And guess
Came
what?
prepared. Yeah.
Nobody coughs. They cough to clear their throat,
Right.
but they're not coughing from the fucking butane, propane,
Yeah. Ugh.
ping stuff.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, boy, that's
So
the only
that's
reason.
Freaking awesome. Hey, I'll teach you how to do it if you want, but just get my email after or something.
For sure. I don't
It's really
see.
easy, dude. Really easy.
I don't see why, like over here, bro. You would think you committed murder if you get pulled over with some flour or something like that, man. That's the only
know,
reason why I wish I lived over there.
You gotta find a good spot over here if you want to live over here.
It's crazy, man.
Cali kind of sucks, dude. unless you find a good spot. Like up in the mountains, closest neighbor, half a mile away.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
right there.
and every Sunday was gun day. You just hear shots going off. And now, like I said, down here, when you hear shit happening, it's like, and in my situation,
Right.
you know, I don't have one no more.
That's a shame, bro. You know, I don't
And
believe.
dude, Second Amendment, right to bear
Exactly.
arms. Why can't I have them?
Exactly.
Why can't I have them? And I didn't even use them, and I got screwed, man.
Yeah, that's a shame, bro. That's a true shame right there. You know, that's ridiculous. You know, it I've always thought, you know, say you work your ass off and you strained a muscle or your neck or something at work, and you happen to know a friend or a family member who might have a pain pill. So you go and get that, and then you get pulled over, and then now
Yep.
you're a felon and you lose your rights.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
how is that right, bro? It's crazy.
Hey, I do that too. And guess what?
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
My auntie lives around the block, and yeah, we'll exchange stuff.
Sometimes
if we
you need one,
if
man.
we need anything. But guess what?
Yeah.
It only happens about once a year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if we need something.
Every once in a while. Yeah.
And so yeah, fuck all that stuff, man.
It's all crazy, man. It's all twisted, these laws and stuff, man.
Anyway, how's your what's it called?
How's Newsom
the
going?
hairdo called? I forget.
That what?
What's the hairdo called?
Oh, I got like this dread mullet going on. It's like a...
Yeah, the mullet. The
Yeah.
mullet, yeah. How's that going, dude?
Yo,
Yeah, right when I hopped back on, dude, I saw you had that done. When
Yeah.
I got my new phone, yeah,
I
that was pretty cool.
walked into this gas station I ain't been into in a
Hey,
little while.
I'm not hating it, dude. I'm liking it.
He just started laughing at me. He was like, "What the hell did you do?" You know, so I dig it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I dig it. You know, it's different.
Well, you cooler now? Cooled
It
off
is.
now?
It's a lot less. It's a lot less heat and a lot less weight. You know, them things get heavy. Yeah.
I used to have long hair, like, to my shoulders, dude. And once I shaved my head, never going back.
No.
Doing shaved head all day.
Yeah. I hear you. I like short hair. I do. I kind of like my long hair too when it's brushed. So you've been keeping up with that Newsom? What's going on with that over there?
Oh. So I know you listen to The Wars, right? So basically, what I know what's going on is the past, well, they haven't been doing it for a few months, but they were doing a lot in even my city. They were doing a ton of Gavin Newsom recall, or whatever you want to call it, petition.
Yeah.
So dude, there was people pulling over in lines. Not too often, but there was lines of people pulling over to sign these things, right? And these are just regular people. And guess what was the most amazing? Most of them were Mexican. And they were doing it. And
when I was traveling the country, that's what I noticed. It was the immigrants standing up more than, the white national or the American, dude. These people are leaving socialism, and I don't think the majority of them are gonna put up with the Democrats' ideology for too long, if they do.
I think a lot of people are figuring it out, dude. But my one other family that I said that I work with, one of my friends, he's still living with his parents. He's around my age. And his brother got the job, and his parents got it.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't get it.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing good. I don't know how many they got. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever.
Right.
But this specific friend is doing well.
That's great.
I don't know where I was getting with it. Oh yeah. So the Newsom thing. Let me finish with that.
Uh-huh.
They had people everywhere, every day, a few months ago, man. Like, I don't know. Let's start 6 months ago at least to 3 months ago. There was people everywhere on the side of the road and everything, taking down people's signatures and everything to get this guy gone. And you know how they're going to keep him in?
How's that?
And I guarantee that he'll stay in. This is why. He, or they, should I say, they, big quotation marks, put multiple candidates on the other side of him, so they would vote for those candidates, but on his side would be him and one other person, so that way the votes get all distributed, all fucked up, and he would stay in place. And I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
There's a few people here in the community that's been pretty advocating against him and doing things like that, going to those events and trying to help out. And I've seen some ads from the guy that's running against them. And
they were cheering for him today. I think when I saw one of his videos, they were cheering for him today. I'm like, dude, there's no way nobody's cheering for him. They had to pay somebody to do that.
Oh, it's the machine, bro. It's not, I don't even think it'd be a fair and honest thing. It's all gonna be. You think our voice matters
anymore, man?
In 2024, you think we're gonna have a just voice?
Nope.
I don't think so either, man. I don't think our vote matters anymore, bro. After what we saw here recent, I just
recently started voting the past few years because of everything's going downhill, and I'm like, dude, if this vote even goes through, at least it's helping.
Right.
Because I used to not vote because I thought, didn't matter. But, you got to do what you got to do and do it anyway, because the worst thing that can happen is it doesn't happen.
Correct.
So you need to do it anyway.
No,
you just need to do it anyway,
I've never missed a vote, but I always did think that it was, a rig. And then when Trump got elected the first time, bro, I was like, it gave me faith in the system again, And
dude,
that
I was party hardy, dude, when Trump got elected. Man, that shit was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, Alex Jones, popped a bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
Dude, when he popped that thing, I went and bought a fucking huge nuclear expensive bottle of alcohol and drank that shit to myself that night, man.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't go to sleep, man. I was all hyped.
That was awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, at least we're alive to see it, man. That was awesome.
It was. And, I do think, I don't know if people are even talking about it right now, but it might seem weak, but I think what happened, he blew a fresh breath air in patriotism and pride and things. And that's not going to go away, no matter.
Totally.
Yeah, so I'm very thankful for that.
That's the best thing that was said tonight, was what you just said, man. Say it again.
It's going nowhere, guys. Patriotism's here to stay, huh? Like you said, now you're voting now, and people are getting involved and things like
Oh,
this.
and I'm getting involved. I gotta go talk to my dad's friend, but I'm getting involved with the city council and everything too, dude.
Oh, that's badass. That's what we need. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go fix some shit, dude.
I wish a lot of our, you're younger than me. I wish a lot of people would get involved. That's beautiful. That's
I try, but dude, so many people don't want to move.
Right.
They want to stay in their seat. They don't want to move, man.
Yeah.
And then I gave up on a lot of people. Hey, high school used to have over 50 people you could call at any time. Go to their house. Do anything. Blah, blah, blah. Go skateboarding at the skate park. Whatever. Now, I got like 5.
Right.
I got 5 I can rely on. Or take that back. Out of the 5, I got 5 that will contact me, but only 2 I can rely on.
Right.
And that's within 10 years. So, how ridiculous is that, man?
I really don't think I talked to one person I went to school with, to be honest with you. Maybe. It's hard, man. I graduated in Texas. I was born here in Louisiana. I did go to school for 1 year here in Louisiana. So, but, when I say I don't talk to anybody I went to school with, there's a few people my age, maybe 2 or 3, that I can really rely on. But as far as anybody I went to school with, I honestly don't think I talked to anyone from Texas. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, check this out too. So one of my best friends is this is all about me tonight, I guess.
It's all good, man.
Hey, just check it out. One of my best friends, I grew up with him since 3rd grade. And I gotta say this properly. He and I were very good friends, would do videos together, like YouTube videos, everything, and we would eat the same frickin' food, drink the same beer, and everything. Like, he was
your number one homie.
My doppelganger.
Yeah.
He was my buddy. And then he moved with his sister. I'm probably better friends with his sister than him now. To Texas, and then they moved to Tennessee. But while he was in Texas, he found this one girl, and he's like, "Drew, I need your approval." You got my name now. And he was like, "Do you trust this girl?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like, blah, blah, blah." Chances of having the same birthday as me.
Right.
Which is probably why we were really good friends. Like, we just connected with our signs or whatever.
Sure.
So, anyway.
That's
then they moved to Tennessee. Here, I'm going to finish this up real quick.
Yeah.
They moved to Tennessee. I go out there. I get blasted the tattoo on my chest and do their wedding the next day. And after that, I guess there was a big, whatever the fuck happened there. The family had beef with the other side of the family or something, with Trump against whoever. And a couple weeks later, after leaving there, I texted him. I'm like, I'm pro-Trump. Haven't heard from him since.
Oh, for real?
Haven't heard from him since, dude. And he had a child in the past year and everything. And I'm trying to, I want to send him some gifts and won't even contact me anymore. And I'm pretty sure It's the wife.
No doubt.
And the wife is all into drag queen shit and everything.
Oh.
And I just feel somewhat responsible for saying, yes, marry her. But that was one of the things I did not know about her.
She is trans?
No, she's not trans.
Oh.
She's just into the drag queen.
Yeah, it's
shit.
cool. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, people could be in whatever they want to be into, whatever.
But we share the same birthdays, so I don't know.
That's a cool coincidence, huh? That's like a ironic type thing.
Because I'm completely opposite of everything that she's saying.
Yeah. Y'all grew up like on the same street or something?
Oh, no, we grew up together in school like our whole life.
Oh, right on.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, I could keep talking, but nobody called yet?
I don't think so. Dark Viking said, let me join. And I think Luciano did call back for a second, but it's whatever, man. I'm just sitting here drawing. It's whatever.
Do a three-way if you want.
I thought I was gonna try that. I don't know. I'll try it. This Google Voice.
I don't even know if that's possible on the thing you're using.
But that Zoom is. But yeah, I almost didn't want to use the Zoom at all because it's it's compromised, man. Nobody trusts Zoom, right?
No, that's one reason why I wouldn't install it, and plus it would take too long for me to understand how to use it.
Yeah.
So, because I told you I'm out of the game for a while. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just drinking beer, dude.
So I bet it's pretty nerve-wracking out there in Cali, or where you live. You're still good, as far as
dude. Our city where we're at is doing pretty good.
That's good.
But you go right outside, and it's not good.
And that's corruption.
Like I said, we're in our peninsula. And the freeway ends where we are at. One of the main freeways to like the whole California and shit, dude, ends where we're at. And once you end right there, you're in our town.
Right on.
And I'm really trying not to fucking say it, but I really want to.
Right on. No, what about
no,
Savage? You ever ran into that guy?
Who?
Michael Savage?
No.
He's on talk radio in the Bay Area, or he was. He does the Savage Nation now. And,
hey, who knows? Maybe I did, but...
I love that guy.
Hey, put it on screen if you got his, picture.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
It's gonna lag, it's gonna lag
Sure.
a second, but...
I'll show you. Michael Savage is the man, bro.
No, I know his name. I just have to see his face again, because I'm really bad with, like, street names and everything, but I know where to go, like, when I'm driving.
Yeah, he would come
by
on.
the way...
He would come on after Rush Limbaugh.
I'm going to tell you one thing real quick. Check it out. Your logo in the background.
Yeah.
It's upside down, dude.
Oh.
The hippie sign should be pointed up.
Oh.
For peace. You're pointing it down for dissension. You need to point it up.
Oh. Alright.
Look that up, and
I'm on that, yeah.
bet you I'm right. I bet you I'm right, dude. I bet you $1. Yeah, you can point that thing up, dude. It's a tree of life. The tree's growing. It's not descending.
That's not.
And I grow vegetables, I grow pot, I grow everything, man, and I take everything seriously. You got to point that hippie sign straight up with the crosses, or the broken cross pointed
Correct.
up as
Right.
a growing tree and not a fallen tree.
Right. No,
And I know all the hippie movies and everything, and I know you're the American hippie. I'm kind of a hippie too, dude. I'm not a hipster, but I'm a
No,
hippie.
I hear you. Yeah.
That's why I got rid of all that chemical bullshit for the pot,
Yeah.
Anyway, point that tree up, man.
10-4.
All the movies would have it pointed down, and that's just to indoctrinate everybody. You guys gotta point that tree up.
Alright. I'm gonna fix that for you.
Oh yeah, and who are you showing me again?
Yeah.
No, who are you showing me?
Oh, that's Michael Savage.
Oh no, I have no idea who that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he would be on KSFO. And, so, I don't know. That's
fine, dude.
That's my guy right there. That's who radicalized me, man.
Oh, I do know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know him. I haven't seen him too often. Yes, I do know who he is now.
Yeah. It'd be cool to, I would love to catch him somewhere one time. That guy's amazing to me. But yeah, a lot of people can't stand him. They'd rather Rush Limbaugh, but I'd rather him over Rush Limbaugh.
Oh yeah, I'd say so, actually.
But everybody's warheads now, right?
Everybody got their own cup of tea now.
Yeah. Jones. General Jones.
Hey, what about leaving everybody over there? You want to talk about that?
Talk about it.
You start.
I don't know, man.
So check this out. My mom's cousin is part of SEAL Team 6 that was not on that mission when they got blown up.
Right.
And he has a picture with all the people that got blown up in that helicopter on his mantelpiece at his house.
Wow.
With him in it. And I'm not I'm not even trying to be cool, dude.
Right.
This shit's real deal. We really can't get too much information off of this guy.
Sure.
But he supposedly was one of the people that shot Osama bin Laden.
Uh-huh.
But I don't believe that either. And that's from my own family member.
Hey, if it happened, that's amazing, huh? I don't think they got the real one, though, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think they did either. And I think that's why he just needs to stay quiet.
Yeah. I think that's why they threw him out over the ocean, although it was a good story. They didn't want a martyr site. That's why they didn't let him
Throw him
bury
down there. They'll shoot him up real quick. Anyway, man, I'll keep talking. I'm loving it. I'm
I don't
actually
even know what
loving
time
it. But all over here, it's almost 12 o'clock.
Oh, right on.
10 to 12.
Yeah, I think it's might be 2.
I'm in
maybe.
Cali.
Yeah, 2 o'clock. I don't know. I might unless someone else does want to call in or hit up Zoom, I might end it pretty soon. I just wanted to see
That's totally totally good, dude.
I had been streaming on my the backup channel or whatever, and then I wanted to stream here at the same time on the main channel and all that, so I don't know.
If you got my number, if you can just send me a link, dude, and then that way I can, like, put it on my phone.
Alright. And
I'll keep going.
That number you called in, that's your number?
That's my number.
Alright.
I want to say that.
Cool, yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll send it. But it's first time talking to you. That's pretty cool, man. Hope it's not the last time.
Thank you, man. Called in InfoWars a few times, but they keep it light, and short. So
sure,
that was pretty cool talking to you for this one.
Yeah. What do you see? What's your prediction? What's gonna happen by Christmas?
Oh my God. I think everything is going to be pretty the same.
Yeah.
Two predictions. I think it's either going to be exactly the same as it is right now. And if not, you're going to hear gunfire. That's what I think.
You think there's going to be any bad actors coming on some planes this way now?
Oh, totally.
It's a shame.
100%.
It's a shame. You saw that CNN clip? I'm sure you did. Where that girl was like, "Oh, they're being pretty peaceful protesters. They're just chanting death to America."
Yeah.
What is that shit, man?
Hey, you see them in the freaking Black Hawk helicopter?
Right?
And I don't know what they were throwing out of it, but this was today that I watched it. They're throwing out paper or money or something. They're throwing it out of the Black Hawk helicopter after Joe Biden and shithead said they can't fly the helicopters. They're flying it over and they're dropping these things. I don't know what it was, but it's some sort of paper or something, and they're throwing it over everybody, and they're grabbing it out of the air at this huge ceremony or huge, whatever you want to call it. And they were just throwing it out in the air.
Right.
And I'm like, and they're like, video I watched was they can't fly it, and they're flying it. And then I say another thing, they can't fly it, and then they're flying it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I think. What do you think about that airplane? You think that was real? I seen some people talk about it, and they pointed a few things out.
No, the airplane's real.
That big
the airplane's
one.
Real, where people fell off.
Well, they were saying how it's rolling, how you can't notice the tire. I mean, underneath it, but like people are sitting on the tire, and they should be like falling off because that tire's in motion.
Oh, I haven't seen what you're talking about.
That big old jumbo jet, like day one,
Dude, try to hold on going 300 miles an hour, dude.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for anybody.
Dude. I mean, I guess it's kind of like jumping out of, the Twin Towers when they got hit. Either you're gonna take a chance or.
Hey, one way or another, it's gonna end the same way.
Yeah, man. It breaks my heart to see people in that situation. That's very sad. That's a sad day for humanity.
I to be honest, I didn't care what I saw them fall, and then the next week later, I felt so terrible because they're just trying
right
to get somewhere safe.
Mm-hmm. Because
that's it, and I felt terrible for thinking that for a week. that I didn't care about them, and yeah, it's bad. But at the same time, who do you know who the fuck is coming over?
Right.
Who do you know who the fuck's coming over, dude? You do not know. And guess what? Did they get the jibs? Not even. They're giving them. Check this out. This from Infowars. They were giving them frickin' or suggesting to give them ivermectin for 2 days before they come over. But it's only for them. Ivermectin's only for them.
Right.
Not for us. But it's good for them. Why isn't it good for us?
Right. Yo, them pallets of cash, that was disgusting, huh?
Which one?
There was some video surfacing where there was like these pallets, bro, wrapped in saran wrap. And like each stack of 10 G's was wrapped in saran wrap. And it was just saran wrap on saran wrap in hundreds, just unmarked, fresh, bro, pallets of that shit.
Of ivermectin or the
No,
vaccine?
cash. When we just hauled ass.
Oh, yeah. A few years ago, 2018, I think.
It's crazy the money, you know, the national debt, over half is because of over there. You know,
Totally, dude. Yeah, totally. Half of it, at least, was from over there.
And we should have never been in there in the first place. But to leave all that shit for them, like when Trump did that rally and he said that he would have blew everything up, leveled it, that's what we should have done. We shouldn't have left them shit, man.
I agree, dude. Hey, all the bases, once we leave them, blow that shit up so nobody can get to it. And guess what? Now they have everything, man.
Yeah.
They have everything, and watch. They're going to end up coming into Europe with all those equipment.
Well, they could geoengineer
I bet
that
you.
shit,
I
man.
bet you.
I mean, not
I'll bet you $100 right now.
Yeah, they
that's
could
what's going to
re-engineer it.
happen in the next year.
It's going to be crucial, man. You know, they know what they were doing.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing, man.
It's kind of odd how all these protesters and looting and all that shit stopped real quick, huh?
Yeah, I wonder why.
If people don't see the pandering now.
Honestly, I don't know why it stopped.
Right?
That's your idea.
Let's see. I think someone else did try calling in, man.
All right, it's fine. I'll get off, man.
Hey, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Hey, I appreciate your time and everything, dude.
Absolutely.
Hopefully tomorrow you'll get more views and everything on your stream tonight.
I need to get back at it, man. I kind of been slacking on it, but I really need to get back on it.
All right, I really enjoyed my time talking with you, dude.
Awesome, man.
You have a good night, man. Thank you.
You as well. Peace.
Cool. I'll call in soon.
Yeah, do that.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good night, man.
All right. Bye. Yo, if the 909 number wants to hit back, I think that was Stryker. I'm thinking it might have been Stryker, but I'm not sure. But if the 909 wants to call back, that's cool. If not, I'll be turning this off pretty soon. I'm working on the old oop. Check this out. This is the other one. I'm doing like this. Oh, you can't see it. There we go. I'm working on like a little short intro video. That says welcome. It's upside down. No, it's not. It's just backwards on here. But it says welcome to. That's horrible. Maybe I could go like this. Here we go. I don't know why the browser's not working. But if the 909 number wants to call back, that's one of them. And then this is the other one. It doesn't do any justice. But that's the Jimi Hendrix font. I thought that was pretty. This is gonna be like the very first. It's gonna say yo. But that way there's like a pre-recorded 30-second little shenanigans. This is the other one. It's pretty cool. It took me a little while. There it goes. I love this app. It's called Procreate. And this iPad, I love this thing, man. And this pen, golly. I was like, why haven't I got this sooner? See, I'll hit the 909 number back up. Let's see. See, it just did it again. How come it's going to voicemail? There, I'm gonna call you back.
Good evening.
Hey, what's up, Striker?
Hey, awesome that I actually created your phone number as a contact on my phone that says Hippie's Grooviest Bunk Show, because the robot got to say call from Hippie's Grooviest Bunk Show. How cool that sounds. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Well, I basically just made my day hearing that, So. Oh man, yeah, you and your previous caller talking about the pallets of cash, the new cash and the old cash. That was the whole deal up there. Is we would just bribe the officials to get along and leave us alone, and then hey, yeah, guys, we're going to train you to fight the Taliban. Oh, you mean my cousin? Yeah, we're going to train you to fight the Taliban. You mean the guy that believes the exact same stuff I do? Yeah, because they're like ISIS. No, they're Shia. ISIS is Sunni. Who cares? We're going to train you. And they're like, okay.
Right.
By the way, thanks for all the free stuff we can sell to China. Is the big guy going to get 10%? Yeah, look who's there now. And here's the kicker. By not demolishing that stuff properly, it doesn't even matter if we were to demolish, say, the computers and the comm equipment, which is a problem. I don't think they got through all of it. You don't want the enemy getting your carbon helicopter rotor blades. You don't want them getting a hold of tank treads, composite metals, someone's Kevlar. You don't want them to know anything that they can reverse engineer from. So we've just jumped China from being a 1950s, 1960s style war machine. Now they have a chance to catch up to us in terms of technology. All they have to do is bribe the Taliban, or the Taliban might just give it to them. And by the way, Iran supposedly got 6 of our helicopters now.
I was going to say, it kind of all reminds me of that drone that just perfectly landed in Iranian space. You remember that?
Oh, yeah, with our Navy sailors that got taken hostage and had to be on their knees, hands behind their head, even the female one, so they had to make her cover her hair up despite her being an American.
That's right. Yep, remember.
This stinks of Barack Obama running an operation. Biden's just not this clever. I'm sure he'll get his payoff. The funny part is what good's paying off a guy who doesn't even remember what his bank account password is?
Is
it Purell? Or is it Head and Shoulders? Or is it, I know this one. Suave. It's Suave. That's the scent I like.
Him falling asleep in meetings and everything else, huh, man? Can you imagine?
Well, it's because he's dreaming about being in a shampoo commercial. But not as the gal taking the shower. He wants to be behind the gal taking the shower.
What do you think BB was thinking? You think, it's like, really, bro, you're the president of the United States and you're falling asleep while I'm talking to you.
if nothing else, this isn't a knock on Kennedy, but we know Kennedy had a bad back and supposedly he was on amphetamines and uppers to keep himself going. It's like the Secret Service has access to that stuff. I was going to say, for a meeting like that with a dignitary, you couldn't take at least a cup of coffee, a cup of Joe for Joe. Come on,
He's such a joke, man.
Yeah, well, they probably figured his heart couldn't handle it at this age. I mean, Bernie Sanders, has heart issues, and
That's
Joe.
right.
Here's the thing: is Joe, they got to be careful with what they give Joe because he's already had the brain clots, the brain surgery, which means anything that affects his pulse will cause those old clots to burst again, even if they've had stents or if they've had in the case of the aneurysms, where they basically go in and they take if I recall the surgery process, equivalent of a hot clamp, and it like burns the little capillary vein shut. So, this way it doesn't ever swell again, and bleed into the rest of the brain. Well, you figure like a guy like him, he drinks like a fish, which means his blood's thinned. Why would you have that lifestyle after you've had aneurysm? And it's like, that right there should tell you this is not a responsible person. Never mind the whole cheating on his, law papers and, plagiarizing people's speeches and all this other stuff he's done throughout his career.
Right. Exactly.
So, and it's not a hate fest on him. It's more of that the people behind him want to prop him up to make us look bad. So our economy looks bad, our military standing looks bad, and our people's confidence looks bad. You remember he kept talking about a dark winter?
Yeah.
Well, what if they do a lockdown for Christmas? Oh, wait, that's what they want to do. That's his little dream scenario. Now, your prior caller was correct, too. They're giving ivermectin to people that they want to keep around, but they're trying to force the jab on the people who, could be a problem for the government, Amazing how that works.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another Hegelian dialect thing. The people who are coming over, they don't know what type of jab they're going to get. Heck, half of them don't even know that there's a thing called medicine. They're still they still take their little goats, and I'm not saying this to be rude, but they still take their goats and use them as soccer balls when they're dead. I mean, I'm referencing Rambo 3, by the way. The fact of the matter is those folks don't want to get out of their way of living, and we're going to have a lot of cultural enrichment. They have already arrested one that they flew over who was a convicted rapist.
Oh, wow.
Great vetting process, huh?
Yeah, right. I could just see it now, man. It's gonna happen.
Our lovely friends of the Taliban are now marrying off girls as young as 12 to men to be their brides.
Wow.
So as if the Bachi boys aren't enough, they're marrying off the girls, which means those girls are probably not going to ever get a chance to have an education and schooling. And here's the thing for all the guys who want to claim their base. Kind of relates to what your caller said. For Christian ministries, Afghanistan was actually the second largest growth spot in the world as far as being a hot spot. I believe China or another nation actually has a larger, flourishing underground Christian community. But the fact of the matter is a lot of these Muslims that are now hearing the Gospels are actually coming around to Christ. So for all these folks who want to say they're based in Western civilization and pro-Christian, well, you're leaving your brothers and sisters in Christ behind. So, hopefully all the stuff, like if you didn't know, Tony Schaefer's trying to get flights going in and out. Glenn Beck's doing some stuff with his helicopters that he got access to. And, of course, our government's trying to throw obstacles in their way. But whatever, it doesn't matter who the personality is. If the people want to get them out of there, they'll make the effort to do it. The question is, will the Taliban oppose them? Because I am hearing right now that they have taken, I believe it was 6 vehicles, I'm not sure if it was buses or planes, of American citizens as hostage, that they're holding them for ransom sake. So
they didn't get
we got ourselves quite a mess. And the thing is the Taliban's been waiting for an opportunity like this because it feeds right in. Defeated America, they've embarrassed America, and look, America doesn't even look after its own.
Right.
That's to the left, on it. So the left can say that it's not their fault.
You seen?
And it'll also feed into the one world religion idea by banning all religion.
Mark Zuckerberg flew a plane of them out to Mexico City. You know, they were protesters and journalists.
Wait. Zuckerberg flew journalists out of Afghanistan?
Yeah, he had one plane of like 120 people, I think, and they were all like protesters, and they worked for Facebook, and they were journalists. So I think it was like, you know, some undercover, like Antifa sort of people, you know. Paid.
Yeah, that's Democrat paid operative CIA type stuff. That stinks right there. Was Zuckerberg flying the plane?
Yeah, it was Facebook behind it.
But no, did Zuckerberg literally learn how to fly and do it himself?
No. Facebook,
so
you know.
So he paid money to someone with balls to actually do the mission.
Correct.
Versus doing it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought as much. You see, here's the thing: is what's his Chinese wife get out of it? You know,
right.
That's the other angle, is that they're controlled by China, so they don't want any journalists there for when stuff really goes down, because China's ready to come in and take over that poppy production full time from us. Well, and that's the real issue: is the poppies and the rare earth minerals.
They're heavy in Africa, man. You know, they're global domination. That's what they want.
There's a viral Instagram clip of a Chinese, I think it was a railroad or a factory manager. He's whipping an African guy that he has tied up and down because the guy was exhausted from working or refused to work for him anymore. So he's whipping him like he's an animal with just a regular rope. But still, you know, the days of that are going to come back if China keeps expanding the way they are. Tell the liberals we're so bad. By the way, the new Marvel movie, Shang-Li, whatever, 10 Rings, that movie, Marvel Disney is paying for positive reviews. The people who actually are seeing it are panning it, and rightfully so. Like, it's a standard Marvel movie, and then they made it all woke, so it sucks, versus being at least a good, fun movie.
They're all getting like that.
Well, the main character, the main Marvel hero, Shang-Li, and if you're listening, spoiler alerts, they have his sister in it, and they make it where she's more powerful than him, and she never trained in martial arts, but she learned to do them better just by watching him and his father train.
Oh.
Like, she never actually fought, but she watched, and so somehow she's a better martial artist by watching them. Like, she's a super ninja. Oh, and she's a crime lord and all that, but she acts like she had such a terrible life when she's like on top of an Asian crime family, you know? Like, yeah, it's just... Oh, and they use a cameo by the Abomination as a hook. The commercial or trailer you've seen, the Abomination's only in the movie for like the first minute, give or take. So, yeah, I'm telling you guys, my rule of thumb is I don't watch Marvel or DC unless someone was stupid and bought it or pirated it or whatever, because they don't deserve a penny of ours. And I say this for a reason. Are you ready for the newest defense from Marvel, hippies? It relates to what's going on. Yeah, they have a special edition comic book now that if you go get the jab, you get the comic book.
Come on. Ooh. I'm going to go line up tomorrow. I'm on my way.
Yeah, I want my variant cover. Give me the one where everyone's a zombie and is rotting, you know? Oh, wait, give me a foil cover where the infants that are dying, you know, from blood clots. Yeah, I have a friend. I found out his wife, at 7 months of her pregnancy, her Mexican doctor had her get the Johnson & Johnson shot. It's all they got down there in Mexico. And so now, over this last weekend, the baby had an emergency health condition, had to go in. And we're looking, and we're trying to figure out why, because the condition doesn't run in the family, da-da-da-da. And it's like, oh, hey, maybe the Johnson & Johnson shot. Imagine that, you know?
Right. Oh, that's a shame, man. You know, there's a lot.
The advisories are out there, too, not to do it, but the doctors keep forcing it on the public. So the public needs to know their rights and say no to this. And the issue for folks in Mexico is, what are your rights in Mexico? If you're in Mexico and you happen to hear this, what are your rights in that country? Start using them. Stop complying with, you know, the wealthy upper class and the out-of-control police down there, and sidestep them.
Correct.
You know? And if they're going to beat your ass for it, well, hey, they're going to beat your ass, but at least you didn't take something into your bloodstream that alters your DNA.
Right.
You know, look what the Brits did. Did you see the Brits the last 48 hours? They freaking rioted on one of these health centers that was like trying to promote giving children the vaccine, even though the vaccine FDA, we have 2 whistleblowers from the FDA saying do not give the vaccine to teenagers. You know, absolutely do not. So all this stuff is kicking in. You know, the good are manifesting, the evil are manifesting, and the question is, all you people out there who say you're on the side of good, are you going to manifest? You know?
Right.
I think since I last talked to you, hippies, I told you California, we published our notice, right?
Right. How's that going?
Yeah. After this week is up, we'll be past the 3 weeks of our notice and our publishing. Then we got to wait for a rebuttal from the state. And then we have the process after that of getting our counties up and running under that, and then back to state. So it should be some fun stuff. And I also have my little ballot where out of a ginormous field, it's like, compared to everybody, I had to pick Larry Elder. So in the morning, I'm going to drop that in the mailbox. I know it's Labor Day, so it's going to sit in there for a while, but I'm going to drop that ballot off. And if Larry Elder screws up, the good news is myself and the other assembly people that are getting together here in California, from Tulare to San Diego to Kern County to Orange County, wherever you want to consider us, we're all getting aware of our rights. And someone like Larry Elder would actually be someone better to work with, because as a lawyer, first and foremost, he's going to understand how we're approaching him, and that we're also going to be adversarial with him just because he's a lawyer. So he can't get away with any of the funky stuff where they use legalese to try to befuddle us, you know?
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that. Not as a battle, but hopefully Mr. Elder will be a very respectable governor for us, assuming the Dominion machines don't, ramrod him and screw him over.
Right. How do you see that playing out?
Well, I took a look at my ballot, and I took a look at the stub I took off of it, and also the envelope. I looked, and it's really hard to find where your stub matches up on your ballot and on your envelope unless you know what to look for and you're paying attention in terms of the numbers. I actually made a point to write this stuff down, and in case something does go fishy later, I will ask, hey, find my ballot. What did my ballot at least turn up as on the database? Because that's one thing we have in California. You can see if they got your, at least if they got your ballot. There's no promise, of course, they give you the right vote. But if we don't get rid of Dominion voting machines, I think they're going to do a gimmick where they just say this was an overwhelming win for Newsom, or that all the votes were so split that Newsom still won by like 25% or something, versus everyone else splitting up to 75. Because you still got Caitlyn Jenner, you got Democrats on the ballot, you got independents, and, California, the way they would trap our governorship in our offices is they would do a thing where if you're the top 2 vote getters across the state, regardless of party, you'd be on the ballot. Well, they were able to use the Democrats' numbers here, so you only had Democrat or Democrat running. You never got to pick from opposing parties, opposing point of view.
Right. Of course.
And so that's what makes it look like California's so blue, is all the top spots are taken up, because there's no way around them hogging that up around those urban centers like Berkeley or Los Angeles or, I don't want to say Santa Barbara, but, the Ventura and south along the coastline and, towards Long Beach, and then into the L.A. and Hollywood and Beverly Hills areas and all that.
Well, how's Bruce running? Is he a Democrat?
He's running Republican. Caitlyn Bruce, whatever its name is, running as a Republican, and that's just a stunt, to poison the well and to split the vote. But also, then they can say, look, the Republicans were giving lip service. They don't care about gay people or trans people.
Of course.
The fact is, we do care about them. We know they're mentally ill and they need to be put in an asylum somewhere, not playing dress up and pretending they're a walking Barbie doll.
Teaching our 5-year-olds what's up. But just to be honest, Trump was the first ever to openly accept transgender, blah, blah, blah. And, even Clinton, Hillary, even Obama, talked down upon it when they ran for president. And Trump said, they're welcome to use my restroom. So, but people don't forget that.
he was being pragmatic. But you know, the end of the day, besides the appointees that are currently serving Biden, you know, Janet Reno never married, but had a longtime female partner. So, you know, I don't know. I look at Janet Reno, I see a dude, not a butch. You know. So I'm just saying, you know, and Janet Napolitano, who's been in and out of these different Democrat positions since, you know, working with Obama and all that. That's another character who's come back, and she looks as scraggly and gender confused as ever. And then we got that health department director with the blonde with the glasses that is, you know, male to female or. Yeah. Yeah, you know, the problem is like, and I'm not a fan of RuPaul, but you know, at least RuPaul puts some effort in.
Yeah.
You can kind of believe. But at least, you know, there's like some implants or like wearing a fake bra. These creatures don't even make an effort. So it's like, you're telling me you identify as this, but you haven't even externalized the outward appearance.
Right. Put forth
you know,
the effort.
You know, that's, to me, you see, that's mental illness. It's like this, hippies. You call yourself hippies, or it's a moniker you use. Guess what? You have dreadlocks. You have tie-dye stuff sometimes with you. You know, you got a beard. You know, you talk about alternative culture, whatever. So people are like, okay, he's hippies. It makes sense. You know, I say I'm, you know, striker. I'm a, you know, luchador and patriot type persona. And hey, if people go look at my old photos and look at my old, you know, remnants of my wrestling career and all that before the coup. Amazing. There's proof of it. I look like a guy, Sergeant Stryker. Hey, you know, there's pictures of me in the ring. I'm manifesting what I claim.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a health director and I'm a lady. And, oh, yeah. Well, bro, you don't, you know, here's the thing. There's a song, Dude Looks Like a Lady. That dude does not look like a lady. So,
at all.
Yeah. You know, eventually they're going to trick us straight guys into saying that we're gay just so we get the attention they get or something like that.
You know?
That's like the, that's the super straight movement. If you caught on to super straight, that's your, like, sexual orientation. Yeah, I'm just super straight. You know, you can't be cisgender. I'm super straight. So, you know, here's something too. Remember, I don't know if I told you about me having words with my jury manager here at downtown Riverside's courthouse because they wanted me to come in for jury duty. Well, I'm like, okay, 18 USC 2000 subsection 2000 A, C, and D. Under section A, you are required to give me religious accommodation because I'm not going to be wearing a mask.
Right.
You know, I don't practice Sharia, and I'm not going to cover up, you know, what's created in God's image.
Amen.
Wink, wink. Well, here's the thing. They're like, oh, we can give you a disability, make accommodations for a disability. I'm like, no. You're saying the wrong thing. This is for religious exemption, not for disability. You're confusing the two, and that's what they want to do, folks. They want to make it like your religion or your just adherence to liberty and freedom, preferably freedom over liberty for those who want to deep dive on the meaning of the words. Anyway, they're trying to make your adherence to what you should be doing as an American look like a mental illness and a handicap and a disability. So just letting you know, though, I kept bringing up the topic and pushing it, you know, and, oh, yeah, your jury pool is on standby status. And then by the end of the week, I guess they're tired of hearing my replies and my inquiries, like, oh, yeah, all of you are dismissed. Naturally, if they pull us in, I'll be there, and, oh, wait, this guy already knows what the, you know, U.S. code is. This guy actually knows what to quote. And that's the thing. You guys are going to have to all get motivated and find out what works for you. Vex, our mutual friend from Missouri, he pointed out 18 USC 241, 242. I memorized those. 241 was conspiracy to deprive someone of rights, and 242 was doing so under color of law. So, and going back to 18 USC 2000 and AC and D. C covered any place that did business, that has a license to do business. Well, guess what? When I'm using the courthouse example, they have coffee cups and Hot Pockets and candy bars for sale in their vending machines. That makes them a place of business.
Hey.
Wink, wink. Yeah, you gotta pay attention, guys. You gotta be smart. And then subsection D on that for 18 USC subsection 2000 Part D. D was color of law. You have to make exemptions for people, and you can't deny them under color of law. So all this stuff with a mask, if you guys don't know how to fight or what you're fighting for or what to cite, you know, you're going to be out there letting your kids get dominated and masked and then injected. So right now, the best thing we can do, besides promoting the Joe Rogan ivermectin scandal, where the media tried to lie about Joe Rogan and ivermectin, Alex Jones took a dose of it live today on his show just to make a point like he did on Friday.
Right.
And, you know, they're lying about a treatment that got a Nobel Peace Prize.
That's right.
I want to say it was in 2015.
Right.
So they make a big deal out of Obama's Nobel Peace Prize, but not ivermectin's Nobel Peace Prize. Isn't that funny?
It's you know, it helps with malaria and all that stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah. Supposedly also might have some positive benefits towards the big C,
Yeah,
which
right.
if that's the case, you know, that would explain why the media and everyone's freaking out. Remember, Trump said we'd be seeing some amazing cures and medicines coming out, and lo and behold, the Regeneron, the ivermectin, and the quercetin, and the hydroxychloroquine. When you read into all those 4 medicines that they didn't want people using, you then find out those were pretty awesome medicines, and you could still get them. You just got to have a doctor who's honest. If he's not honest, I advise you leave the hospital and go somewhere where you find an honest doctor.
That's right.
Not some shill, you know, not some shill that's out there writing up drug prescriptions.
Yeah. That Stella Emanuel out of Houston, you know, I met her at an event, and she said anyone can call into her office, and she'll call out that stuff, you know. Just pay your doctor fee or whatever, but if anyone needs a doctor, she says she'll write. She don't care.
You see, that's what we need more of, is people willing to do the right thing. And I was going to say, hippies, if you can track that info for me, either message me it, text me it, and I'll try to distribute it. We got to do this. It's a small form of activism, but it's so easy just to cut and paste and tell people, hey, look at this on, you know, on my social media, or go look at this in a text message I sent you, or on a email. You know, the oh no, big tech shut us down. It's like, yeah, that only goes for so long. You expect them to shut you down. What are you going to do after they do that? Have that plan for afterwards. Right. You know, this little basically, I'm more stoked I'm using a phone call to talk to you than us being on a StreamYard. Besides, it doesn't burn the phone up, but the fact of the matter is, they're not going to have the guts to interrupt someone's phone service. That's literally violation of First Amendment. They can't claim a platform.
That's true, huh?
However, if you are rebroadcasting this, that platform may not like what we're saying. Well, tough for them. We're on a phone call. They just happen to be privy to the phone call, which doesn't mean it's on the platform. Ha-ha! You see how that works, hippies? If you do like kind of like a Howard Stern show thing where they're calling in versus being hosted by the platform, you get away with a little bit more.
That's true. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yep, because you're not responsible for what your callers say. When you're hosting a platform, you're a host. You get it? Then you are kind of responsible, and we could strike you.
Right. What?
Not that they should, but
yeah, no, man. There's way worse out there that get promoted. It's crazy. You know, if I would put lipstick on and stuff, I'd have 1 million subscribers right now.
A hippie and lipstick. I don't know, man. That sounds like something Ricky would be into. Love you, Ricky, wherever you're at. Actually, I don't know if you've gotten to hear the good word, since, you know, it's a mutual friend of ours. Ricky is actually working with a fire team now, a small fire company. He's in his fire department, I guess gone away from volunteer status to actually working for them. So they're out there in Colorado kicking ass. And, you know, it's that too, guys. If there's a job in your community that needs to get done, whether it's a mailman, a fireman, or even just a cop who actually understands what it means to serve and protect, you got to apply and get hired for those jobs. These school boards getting overthrown are a great start. Now we need the parents to go back and become the teachers, so that these crappy Antifa teachers like the one up in Sacramento, they don't ever have a window to slip their slimy selves back into our schools.
That's
right. They're there because of a lack of quality people. You know, I in the 90s could have done the whole, you know, go to community college, get a teaching credential, come back and coach for my high school wrestling team. And I really thought about it, but I knew what slime bags a lot of the teachers were at my high school. And it's like, I don't want to be around these people. I know enough of their dirty laundry, which teacher's sleeping with who, what's going on here, athletic director being a little, light in the loafers, etc. I kind of was like, yeah, I don't want to be around people that are going to be a negative influence, not just for me, but they are going to steamroll and hamper the students succeeding.
Right.
That's something you sometimes will see at different schools and just in different things. It's very funny in hindsight as an adult. Now you understand what it was all about. When you're a kid, you're just like, these people are messed up. But when you're an adult, it's like, oh, they're messed up because they're doing this, this, and this. And so was doing this and this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You learn the cause and effect.
Right.
So, in my case, I just didn't want to get, again, stuck in a job as a coach where if I, don't kiss ass to a bunch of liberal / scandal queens and kings, I'd be out of a job. So it's like, why go for a career where you're going to get fired?
Right, for sure. What's your stores like around over there? Your Kroger's is full or what?
Kroger has some gaps on the shelves and some stuff is not resupplying the way it used to. But that's to be expected with Kroger. With them being against the Second Amendment, saying no one can carry in their stores, even concealed carry, with them dropping Mike Lindell, and them, they have an organic section, but as a result, that gives them the excuse to have their non-organic stuff on their normal shelves, Right. So Kroger and Ralph's is family friendly as they want to be in their advertising.
You have a Ralph's?
Yeah, us it's Ralph's, but Kroger bought the company. And then the other chain is the Albertsons and Vaughn's chain. And back in the day, Albertsons bought up Lucky's. Lucky's had bought up Alpha Beta. So we used to have a bunch of selection for stores in the 80s, but they all... Remember what Alex Jones talks about, vertical integration. We have made our major supermarket chains go from about 8 or 9 during the 80s to now we have, I want to say maybe 3. I'm being generous, 3 or 4. And that's if I count like Walmart as one of them, or Costco.
Right.
Those places to me are not grocery stores. They don't have real butcher blocks. They don't have, it's all packaged food. And why is that? Because when it's not packaged, you have to pay union dues for the butchers or for the people working produce, that sort of thing. So that's how they get around that, is they ship you packaged food that's already pre-chopped and pre-cut, sometimes in foreign countries. Right. And that's something people got to watch out for. Apparently, our friends in China and other places are putting metal slivers into our meat products.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that reminds me, hippies, you may or may not have heard Japan is blocking the Moderna vaccine. They found it contaminated with foreign material, a.k.a. metal.
Beautiful.
Basically liquid metals and things, which would kind of tie in with the whole graphene oxide with it and all that.
And maybe that magnet, some people say that magnet is bogus. Some people say it works,
Well, here's the thing. I did the trick, too, that, Moose Man was talking about, where you stick a magnet on your arm and it sticks.
Yeah.
But the flip side is it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It just means that in the case of myself, I was a little sweaty this evening. I actually did it earlier tonight when I was in my kitchen before we got on our state conference call. I was like, I'm going to try this. But I was basically microwaving some tortillas because that's the fast way to get them steamed,
Right.
Doesn't taste as good, but you do it.
It works.
And, I had cheese in the fridge and stuff I wanted to put on them. I'm like, I'm going to wait 30 seconds. I may as well see if this works. Like Moose, I literally was thinking about Moose Man. Damn it, he had space in my head.
Yeah.
So, good job, Moose Man, wherever you are. But the fact of the matter is when the military gets everyone into compartmentalization, where you're only supposed to know your MOS. You're not supposed to ask questions, and what you're told is the whole story. You're told to believe. So Moose Man gives us a lot of good knowledge, but I also can see where he's compartmentalized it. My approach is a different approach in that I was taught the military always develops multiple uses for every piece of equipment. And as a result, someone might be told your MOS is you do this, this, and this with some telephone wire. But meanwhile, someone else is told, if I use this wire, I can mess up the axle of a Humvee and it'll grind up and then it won't be able to drive because the wire will be all entangled in the axle. So your telephone wire just became a a little trap, a booby trap, if you will, for a Humvee. So, it's not just a matter of, the vaccine isn't magnetic because of someone knowing how to do a party trick with a fridge magnet,
Right.
If people are calling in and they're genuinely worried about it and they've taken the vaccine, well, maybe that's the case, maybe not. But what I will tell you is when you read the ingredients, that shot uses a lipid to put it in the skin. Now, people are saying, well, they're having heart attacks, da-da-da-da. Okay, again, I repeat, there's a lipid used when you inject it. What is a lipid, ladies and gentlemen? Got an answer, hippies, or should I play the Jeopardy music?
Do.
Exactly. Lipids are a type of fat. So if you're having issues with cholesterol or heart disease, wouldn't it be advisable not to inject your patient with some type of a fat, regardless? It's like hey, let's go get some canola oil or some, Crisco and inject it, just to give someone, I understand it. Like you use glycerol for iodine. That's the formula for the X2, the survival shield from Alex Jones. It's sweet tasting glycerol with iodine. I get it. It's a transport, but you would think don't use lipids with people who have heart disease. Just like they say, people are on a high cholesterol diet, they can't be taking this, and this, or, eating butter and margarine or whatever. Well, okay, then why would you put it in the vaccine?
Right.
Now, if you've done the homework on the graphene oxide, that's the whole rabbit's hole to go down. And yeah, it's in a lot of industrial products. And just like how fluoride was a waste product and they want to put it in everything, it seems graphene oxide is one of those things they just want to put it into everything just because they can. So it doesn't surprise me that it's in a vaccine. It surprises me that they would be stupid enough to list it on the ingredients. Oh, wait, they have to tell you so that, they have coverage and an excuse that, you took it willingly. Never mind, we printed it so small you need a magnifying glass.
Right.
I'm going to go somewhere with this, too. The insurance industry doesn't want to pay out on these vaccine deaths.
Oh.
Now, why would that be? There's no indemnity, there's no liability for the vaccine makers, which means the insurance companies can't sue to get the money back on those policies. Second point is that if you have an opportunity to take the vaccine, knowingly read the ingredients, do the due diligence and the research, because it is out there, if you actually are willing to look for it, well, wait, you're taking something willingly that kills you. Wouldn't that qualify as a suicide? And then your insurance policy doesn't pay out on a suicide, not does it?
Wow. Are they actually playing that card right now, you think?
They haven't used the suicide card in court yet. They're using the liability. Because there's no liability, they don't want to pay out.
But see,
because
they've been liability free, huh?
Oh, yeah, the vaccine business has been that way for years. But for this one, it's because they know there's going to be so much death and fallout. I've told you guys before, after the Great Depression, the insurance business went to the government and said, you know what, we'll bail you out, but you let us regulate ourselves. So, yeah, if you screw up in the insurance business, they'll never hire you again, but they do give their people some leeway to be pretty ruthless because they're basically the, excuse the phrasing, they're the ass end of the banking industry.
Right.
Insurance, you pay in the interest of your policies. Later on, you cash it out and you get all that interest, back. And that's what pays for your family when you're gone or, gets rolled over into a mutual fund. Oh, wait, who else handles mutual funds? Oh, that's right, the banks, Same idea. You pay into a savings account, you get some interest back. It's just you can access it anytime you want. That's kind of the difference.
Right.
So, with that said, these banking families and insurance families, what people don't understand is they get a mutual fund set up and they establish trusts, and then they just tap a little bit of it like an allowance to live comfortably. They don't blow the whole thing, and they keep rolling it over when the policy comes to maturation, i.e. 20 years, 40 years, 60 years.
Right.
And by when you keep putting a chunk in and letting it roll over within about 2 to 3 generations, by the time you have grandkids, they essentially are what you call trust fund babies. You'll have generated, millionaire type wealth, and that's what generational wealth is. And that is something folks don't understand about, like the Rothschilds, the Vanderbilt, and all the rest. Yes, they hide their money, but they got that amount of money by way of generational wealth, where they kept rolling over the mutual fund with the knowledge they had of the banking industry.
Right.
And a lot of times insider knowledge. They know when to pull out before a depression they orchestrate, and then they put their money back in after it's all safe and clear.
When you know how to work that system, it's a beautiful thing.
Yep, especially to get the heads up, oh, we might have, this happen or that happen. Well, what about John Q. Public? Does he get to know? Of course not.
Right. Of course not.
Competition.
Yep, of course not.
Now, bear with me here. I'm refilling my water bottle at work.
Oh, you're good. What's are y'all still shut down over there, huh? No kind of big events going on or anything like that?
There's an event in Arizona on September 25th as far as Lucha Libre goes. In my case, I would have to be... They're planning to stay at a hotel overnight in Arizona and then come back on Sunday. I'm supposed to be working Sunday morning. And the company I work for it's another mom-and-pop security company, but they have such a limited staff that they actually need more bodies, not just for that weekend, but for other weekends. They have another site where they don't have enough coverage. So it's like the floater that would cover for me will be working that weekend, and I like this company. I like the people.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do them wrong by saying, hey, give me a day off to go, or give me a couple days off to go do wrestling when you guys have no coverage for two of our biggest clients,
Right. No, that's understandable.
Well, the security business normally tends to give people 16 to 20 hours, and they're like, be thankful you have that. I'm getting 40 hours, no sweat. So, it's like you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, because the way my schedule is, I have time open to do my assembly work and to attend events for that.
Right.
So, I look at it like once I get California fixed, I'll get back in the ring. But California's far from being fixed as far as the that element goes, and that's not a knock on the assemblies. It's just I'm not going to peter out now that we got the train moving along. I want to make sure the train gets to where it's going.
Oh, that'd be beautiful, huh? No Pelosi,
well, it's like
I'm
watching my baby. I'm watching my baby toddle along. I want to watch my baby take the Olympic gold medal for the 100-yard dash.
Oh man, I think everybody wants to see that.
Mm-hmm. Well, ain't nobody's baby's going to have that happen if they don't get on board with this stuff. Your state, remember, hippies, we told you we need 38 states, and you guys, how many times have you guys had all these emergencies, and yet FEMA does the same lackluster response every time? It's always down to the Cajun Navy to save you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but the governor, he never declared us a natural disaster or whatever, so we didn't get all that extra help. But, he quickly claimed his area where he lives, but we're not his voting block over here.
Well, that's the thing, is that, you guys have got to understand you're going to have to take that, back locally and put his oath and put him in check. It's a process, but we basically, this isn't like big, stupendous knowledge, but it's knowledge for what we did here in California. Essentially, in June, we set ourselves a deadline to publish our notice by August, and we got it done. And that means we can start doing some stuff similar to what Michigan did, as far as, telling these governors where their powers begin, where their powers end, and where they can step off.
Right.
Like I said, we're just waiting for a rebuttal, and they can't rebut what we're doing. They were already told by the when they had their governors' convention. They were told by Pompeo and the military that if we follow the Constitution and do these certain steps, they can't rebut us. So
no doubt.
Kind of nice. The military is waiting for the civilian mandate to go do you could call it mass arrest. I don't want to see mass arrest. I want to see trials, not tribunals.
Yeah.
And I want to see common law trials where we, the people, actually put them on trial and let them plead their case, not their buddies in the bar.
Right. For sure. Golly.
Yeah. Our friend Destry, by them over there in Michigan, saying that the bar is to be expelled, the DC is to be, cut off. How are they going to have a trial with the bar when we aren't going to, acknowledge that the bar has standing with us?
Right.
So they're going to have a common law trial. Now, hippies, what did you love for Louisiana? I'm sure there's someone in that state you would love to see them have a common law trial versus a corporate cop trial.
Oh,
where every
100%. 100%. I turned my friend on to national-assembly.net, and he's like, man, this is awesome, this is badass, I'm all about it. You know, got to get somebody down here working on it.
I don't know if I did tell you, Kentucky also is posting notice, and Beck, his group's about ready to. They got something they have to look up with the Missouri Compromise.
Yeah.
Once they find out what that is, there's like 2 other issues, but they're getting a really smart, like scholarly. I wish I had some of them just because I like talking the scholarly stuff about the jurisdiction, the situations that created Missouri, and things like that. Like California has a pretty quick origin, and that's where they screwed up. Is that like California, when they settled it originally? Check this out. They didn't have enough American citizens here to really declare it an American state. They still had people from Spain, Mexico, 49ers, Native Americans, but they didn't have enough Americans to properly do it. So in theory, they never really settled California correctly.
Wow, huh?
Yeah, they cheated to create the Republic of California. Is that crazy, man, or what?
What can that do?
Well, for us, since we're resettling it, we're not going to push after that angle. We're still going to look for our 75% of our counties getting settled, so on and so forth. But like in the case of Alaska, Alaska was even more quicker. Russia was sold Alaska off to the U.S., and then the U.S. basically ran it under a corporation with no settlement whatsoever of people. So they didn't even lie about how many people were there. They just said, yeah, we're going to run it as a corporation, and we're going to divide it into boroughs. Boroughs literally sound like Bureaus, bureaus, like Bureau of Investigation.
Right.
So I got to look up, just for Alaska's case, out of my own curiosity, if boroughs and bureaus have the same root and there are just different language, different spellings. Maybe one's French, one's Latin. You get what I'm saying? For the same thing.
Right. For sure.
So Alaska was able to kick ass because they didn't settle that state correctly up there under the U.S. government, and so Alaska was able to settle with the right numbers and bring it forward even faster because there's no opposition in the middle.
Right.
Because they had the boroughs, I think it affected the county count as well. So there's some like really just awesome kick-ass stuff. And here's the crazy part: now that the stuff is kicking off, other people are getting more onto these topics and onto these things. Whether it's Citizen Man, it's Tori Says has been discussing more of this stuff now.
Oh, badass, huh?
Yay and nay. She's still taking pot shots at other celebrities. I'm always of the mindset: do your thing, rock and roll, and don't take pot shots. But,
right. Sure.
The acclaim will come when you're successful.
Yes.
And if you're not acknowledged for it, no biggie. At least the project gets done.
Right.
Going on, not just Tori Says, you have William Mount talking about it. I found an old channel. I'm doing a research to find out if this guy's knowledge is legit. It's looking good so far, named Rob Ryder, and he spells it with 3 B's and then Ryder. And it's like, this dude's talking about stuff too, like things regarding honoring the contract of your deed instead of patenting your land. You can actually... I have the YouTube for it pulled up earlier today. I wonder if I still have it on my recommendations. Not yet. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of folks that are learning to discuss not just the Constitution, but the Constitution and how it applies today. And if it doesn't apply, how do you bring it back to the past to bring it forward?
Right.
Because everyone's trying to operate in what we have today. And if you think that works, hey, more power to you. I don't think what we have today works.
I agree.
Corrupt governance.
Right. Man, that would be so amazing, huh?
Well, as much as I think it would be amazing, I'm living it and seeing it. And besides our friend Moose Man, I think I also told you, we got other, let's just say, friendly white hats babysitting what we're doing. So that was kind of nice to know.
For sure.
And I'm going to give your listeners, or you can go back on this and listen to me say this. and it'll be said by other people over time, I'm sure. There's another form of white hat, which people don't forget. There's another form of deep state, and this is how I'm going to wrap up my call with you, hippies. That deep state is we the people. That's us when we help our neighbor out, and our neighbor, hey, officer, the neighbor was with me. We're having a barbecue. He wasn't out drinking at that time. Oh, okay, carry on. Guess what? You see, that's the deep state. That's we the people having each other's back. You get it?
Absolutely.
You know, and as long as you're not lying, guess what? You're not compromising yourself. But the point is the Patriots have always had, like I was saying earlier, use the telephone instead of using a social media platform. We've always had ways of getting our agenda forward. We're the real deep state. The only reason the corporate de facto state has their evil deep state running so amok is because they're able to print all this money to pay these people off to make them wealthy for doing things they shouldn't be wealthy for doing. They should be in prison for doing those things. You know, and that's what it comes down to is, you know, we let ourselves get governed by essentially a bunch of satanic mercenaries, and the people have woken up to it. And we just got to get that curve to go faster and faster. I told someone earlier tonight that I think our waking people up curve isn't quite fast enough, but the momentum is catching on. You know, it's like me. Basically, I'm impatient. I'm wanting to see everything be go. But I think we've hit that tipping point where all the pebbles are going down the mountain, and we're getting the avalanche now. So I think hippies, you're going to be part of that too. So, you know, keep your head on a swivel, but keep positive, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's just the beginning. I don't think they can stop what's really about to happen, man.
Nope. And here's the thing. All those patriots that came home from Afghanistan, do you think they're going to be happy with Joe Biden as their president, with the way he had them leave their fellow Americans behind?
Right.
Mm-hmm. You didn't do a tour of duty in Afghanistan being a green boot. Yes, there were some green boots, but Afghanistan was where you were sent once you were prepared. You have to go to so many training courses to survive that type of environment. The telephone instead of using a social...
Right. I'm trying to release my lottery tickets over here on the foxhole. Let's see. So you might have heard a little feedback there for a second.
Yeah, no worries. I don't have your video up because we're on the phone.
Yeah. Right on.
I thought it was something related to that.
I gotta remember over here at the foxhole, you gotta release the lottery tickets at the end. I trying to learn new stuff there. But I don't see, man, I thought the left was dead before. You know, I thought Obama, the greatest achievement he had was just waking up the eyes of the deception of so many people. You know, a lot of the youth or younger people, I thought Obama did such a horrible job with the with manufacturing and America First type stuff. He went in saying, you know, he's going to make a change and go after the Bushes. $4 trillion spent, you know, that's you should be tried. And there he did 10 trillion, you know, all. It's so with Biden, I think that's the final nail in the coffin.
Obama gave us change, all right, but that's after he stole several dollars, you know.
God, fundamentally transform.
Yeah, fundamentally Islam. No offense to our Muslim friends out there, but sorry, Muslims. If we wanted to be a Muslim nation, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson would have said that. We wouldn't have fought the Barbary pirates. We would have invited them in and smoked hookah with them, you know. I can just see Thomas Jefferson right now having a big old hookah with the Mamelukes and the Barbary pirates and have a peace mission. He's like, yeah, you guys keep kidnapping our people and putting them in conscription as slaves on your galleons and your ships, and you know, you keep making them pray to Mecca against their will. And damn, is this apple in this hookah? This is really good. By the way, up north of you, there's this thing called the French Revolution, and people are getting beheaded. And, you know, us Americans, we got nothing to keep ourselves busy with. How about we send some Marines down to your shores there on Tripoli? You sure you still want to keep kidnapping our sailors? Oh, you do? By the way, did you add some cannabis to this hookah? Thomas Jefferson just gives the nod, and the Marine, the Marine kicks the Barbary pirate into a hole a la Sparta, and we keep having more fun with our stream of consciousness cartoon. But the point is that Jefferson didn't screw around. You have people who want to impose theocracy. America has a knack for booting those people down. The same thing in Mexico with Mexico City. Part of the angle with the Texas Revolution, the Alamo, is for you to be in Mexico and in Texas, you couldn't be Protestant, you had to be Catholic, and so that's why a lot of the folks. It's not just that Texas was going to join America. A lot of Americans moved to Texas. They rebelled against being told they had to be Catholic, and the Mexican authorities didn't like that, nor did the church, the Catholic Church, because Lord forbid anybody oppose Rome. Right. So we had the Alamo, and then Texas got its independence. And then Texas was like, we'll seek our fortunes with the U.S. and then the Confederacy, etc. But that whole story of Texas is a short nutshell of stuff that was happening in Europe. It came over here, Protestant versus Catholic,
right.
And all of that was because the Pope don't want people to be able to read the Bible and decide for themselves. Treaty of Verona, 1292, declares that he runs the world; everybody's under him. You have the Crusades. The taxes collected for the Crusades by King Richard and then King John. Oh, wait, we have the Magna Carta because the nobles get tired of all the taxes of King John. And from then on, people have a say in their government. And the Vatican does not like that. So, I hope I don't offend any Catholics, but when you understand how power flows downhill in the United States, when it's running constitutionally under common law, the power doesn't flow downhill. It goes side to side. Everybody's got equal footing.
Right.
So. And are you going to be on later, hippies, or no?
Not later this evening. I need to figure out a schedule. I really want to get back to a schedule of streaming this.
Well, I was going to say the Thursday night national conference calls still go kind of late.
Yeah.
Friday, though, I don't know if Colorado's still doing their calls or other states are. So I know Vex likes to do Friday late though. So maybe you reach out to him.
Yeah,
and you guys
gone for so long. I don't want to intrude on other people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like tonight, I noticed your views were a little low, and I'm looking over into the subscriptions, and over there at Dangerous Freedom, that guy's got 90 people watching. And his format and topics are relatively the same every night. I'm like, I hope our crowd isn't over there.
Right,
what I'm saying? Normally our crowd's up and kicking right now, but...
Yeah, I need to... I think once I get back to a schedule, man, and really, buckle down with the schedule, it's going to be good to see everybody again.
Yeah, and then we also got to find out what the heck is going on with Chase. He moved over to Rumble, but he hasn't posted there for a few weeks, so... I don't know if he's just kind of retiring from it or what's going on with him, but still good to keep in touch with everybody in our circles. Make sure you guys are doing okay, if nothing else.
For sure. After seeing everybody for a couple years straight, you at least want to check on them every once in a while.
Definitely. That's part of the thing for me calling to motivate you guys. Some of these patriots, they got that foxhole mentality. It's like, bro, you're not in the foxhole yet, so don't stress. When you have to,
unless you have the foxhole app.
Well, there's a difference between a foxhole and a fighting hole. So they need to think that they're in a fighting hole. A foxhole means they can run out. Right. Fighting hole you can run from. That's one difference between the Army and the Marine Corps. You get it?
Yeah. Well, I think I might call it a night, Striker.
Good deal. Hopefully you got some content and some good 411 drops. A lot of rapid-fire news I threw at you because your caller, he opened the floodgates by referencing, InfoWars earlier. I'm like, all right, let's see what he covers,
For sure. Yeah, I think that was the first time he had called in or whatever. That was nice meeting him.
Yeah, not bad on his part. So hopefully he'll call in again.
For sure. Well, you want to leave us with anything? Any predictions? Anything to look forward to?
Anything to look forward to? I can reference a caller, by the way, at what would have been, let's see, the 1 hour 56 minute mark on the Friday morning InfoWars show. It was not a caller, it was actually a guest of Alex Jones's, a doctor, Dan Scott, I want to say, or something like that. I wrote it down somewhere. I'll have to look it up when I get home. At my time, it was 10:56 a.m., so it's an hour and 56 minutes into Alex Jones's show on whatever his central time zone is.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, hour 56 minutes in, the fellow said the Convention of States is definitely a plan, but it's a long-term one.
Mm.
I would rebut him by saying it's only a long-term plan if you keep pushing it as a long-term plan. Those of us who are in it right now, who are trying to form the National Assembly to get our 38 states out of 50 across the Union, if not more, it'll become a short-term plan if we get it done quicker.
Mm.
You get it? If you push it, it's a long-term plan. Okay, then people get to it tomorrow. Let's get it done today, folks. Let's get moving on that. And I say that because if Mike Lindell, the pillow guy, can get 50 people from, one person from each state to his 3-day symposium.
Right.
And they were just there to watch stuff, and present what they knew about their state's election fraud. How hard is it for us? We don't even need to have that type of technical knowledge to get a person from each state, on the Thursday night weekly calls, just to call in and represent their state. How hard is it for us to study the Constitution? We're not studying, cyber warfare and, open source codes and, blockchain encryption and hacking and stuff like that. So, relatively speaking, what we're doing is actually much simpler. And yet, I see Lindell get 50 people, and it's like, okay, well, we could do that. Those 50 people right there, well, that tells me each state in this union has a patriot that wants to, see better things come to this country. So that was kind of, I think, the someone pulling the trigger on a flare gun to start the race, It turned the light bulb above my head on that, okay, Lindell can do it, then we as volunteers, as Americans, should be able to do this. So, like you said, hippies, you've told people, turned them on to the process. We've gotten Trailer Hood Voodoo Ninja. He's interested up there in Indiana. You got, Bug Out Bushido knows about our stuff. Good God, man. It's amazing how many people know. It's just, they got to quit dipping their toe in the water. They got to commit to swimming with us.
Mm.
And trust me, I'm not saying stop what you're doing as your day job or stop working on getting yourself situated, but you got to be that Swiss Army knife and have your 5 or 6 implements, not just one.